I got to call you back. I want to bet.
Hear me. Now you can hear me. What is going on, everybody? We are back for another live watch along. Tonight, we'll be watching, as my phone is vibrating like crazy now all of a sudden. We'll be watching Monday Night Raw. For the first time in a long time, watching some Monday Night Raw. Big Bang Theory's on. The show is terrible. Does Raw start at 8 or 9? Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. I'm on TBS, and Big Bang Theory's on there. That should have been the hint, right? Big Bang Theory doesn't come on before Monday Night Raw. All right. Sorry, I'm not used to TikTok. TikTok. What am I saying right now? I'm not used to Hulu in a minute, so I got to find the channel. USA, correct? Down there beating the hell out of something. So yeah, we're going to talk some wrestling. There'll probably be some side conversations going on there. We'll probably talk about some crazy things. I know when we were on before, we talked about some ADD and the crazy stuff. So maybe, like, I don't know. I'm trying to find myself of what I'm going to be as a live streamer. We'll talk wrestling. We'll talk stuff like that. But I'm very open to talk other things or things I'm into. So it's going to be a lot of that probably. All right. I think we're live. Oh, we're about to be live. Actually, let's make it live. All right, we're here. Let's check the chat. Matthew Holland says, Jesus loves you. Allegedly. Alex in the chat. Jake, the tribal chief, is here. Steven is here. And that's pretty much it. Jose Garcia with the love emoji on Facebook. So maybe he's on the Facebook side, just didn't type to us. But hey, thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you for being here. Like I said, we'll have some fun. I don't know the match card because I went to their Twitter page. Actually, here are some matches. I do know some stuff. All right, so we have CM Punk signs with a brand tonight. Will it be Raw? Will it be SmackDown? Will it be NXT? We'll get your predictions. Actually, that'll be your first prediction. Where do you think CM Punk signs? All right, we're still doing the Sami Zayn promo. We will have Maxine Dupree will take on Rhea Ripley tonight for a non-title match. Interesting that it's a non-title match. And can she pull up the upset of the century? That's how they worded it. If that's how they're tweeting it out and it's non-title, I think Maxine, due to some shenanigans on the outside, can pull off a victory here tonight against Rhea Ripley. And then they can act like she's a contender because she already beat her once, and they can extend that into a match possibly for the next pay-per-view. That's my take on that match. The next one will be Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso tonight. If they're really heavily on the Sami Zayn promo now, that's probably close to the main event, and they'll probably show Sami at some point in that match. Cody Rhodes will get a match with Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. And that's all that they have promoted for tonight's show. Oh, wait. Becky Lynch calls out Nia Jax tonight. So that's essentially what has been promoted and talked about on the WWE side of things. All right. Monday Night Raw, home of 2 hours of of sports entertainment and an hour of commercials and recap. I think it's an hour of commercials, 45 minutes or another hour of recap, and then the rest is sports entertainment. That's my take. So isn't Jake confirmed he eats a why did I fucking read that? I'm an idiot. Jay versus Drew, Rhea versus Dupree, Becky versus she calls her out. I don't know if it's a match. And then Cody versus Nakamura, all confirmed for tonight. I'm telling you, I think Dupree, I think she gets a win. I think she gets the win tonight. I think she beats Rhea Ripley. That's my early prediction. That's one of my early predictions. If my TV is too loud, tell me. I don't really have anybody else watching with me, so it's not a big deal. I don't think if it's a little louder. Cleveland, Ohio. Well, let's get this one. Well, Uso versus McIntyre. Maybe this is just a promo. They're not going to start off with wrestling within the first couple minutes of a show on WWE, are they? Are they starting with the action? That would be cool. Everyone can relax now. I guess Yeet is back. He's in gear, so maybe we are starting off with a match. Macy Gargano tonight in his hometown, possibly. I would say that would be cool if they actually cared about Johnny Gargano. I don't see the hype with the song. I don't see like, yeah. All right, let's get these off in the chat while we're here. Let's get predictions up. Where do you think CM Punk signs? Raw, SmackDown, or NXT? I have my prediction. I think he signs on Monday Night Raw because he's on Monday Night Raw. I think that's where he's signing. Cody takes on Shinsuke Nakamura. That's the graphic up right now. But I think CM Punk is going to Raw. But I still think he might wrestle Roman. I don't. I think he's going Seth Rollins. If they listen to the universe, though, the universe really wants him versus Roman in the worst way. There's a lot of things. It is a promo. You thought Uso was coming out to wrestle to start a show? WWE doing a match to start off? Nah, people got talking to microphone. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I think so too. You're good. Whatever. That works. Sami Zayn. Thank you guys for hanging out. We got 7 people hanging out, 3 on the Facebook side, 5 on the YouTube. Thank you guys for it was a 1-week thing. It was some type of legal thing going on, but I think they cleared it up. It's a catchphrase and 100 people use it, and you can't. I think WWE tried to trademark it, like say it's ours. But I think that all got cleared out. 4 people on the Facebook side. If you're on Facebook, hit share. Let people know you're here on the Facebook side. If you're on YouTube, hit those thumbs ups as well as Facebook. Likes help out a lot. We got some people up here. Parmesan Russell they said they figured out the eat problem and what's going on, bud. Main event, Jay. A long way from the main event. Agreed. Promo into a match. Promo 5. We'll give him a 5 out of 10. Hunter's hanging out. I am watching from Africa. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Are you a big pro wrestling fan? I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not even going to insult you by saying it wrong. It looks like Diego, but that wouldn't make sense because there's like hyphens and stuff in there. I hope I said Thee. We'll just call you Thee. I hope that's good. Or we'll call you DT. You're a DT. That's what we do in America. When we can't say your name, we give you a nickname. Welcome, DT. The public figure. Everyone's booing. They're booing the idea that CM Punk can ruin the locker room. Drew planting those seeds for a future match. CM Punk has taken over the WWE universe, and these are all the same people who hated him for what was going on in AEW. I love it. The hypocrisy. Now they're booing their workhorse, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been carrying Monday Night Raw on his shoulders for years, and now they're booing him and chanting CM Punk. No loyalty from the WWE universe. None. Haven't been around in a minute. Sleep schedule's out of whack. I feel that. Rocket tonight. I was going through my WWE pile of shirts. Technically not a WWE branded shirt. This was made by Pro Wrestling Tees, but it was a WWE, WWC inspired. We got some Brian Pillman on tonight. That's cool, man. I really appreciate it. I'm actually upcoming sing and wish to perform at Sam Slam. That's neat. That's pretty cool. You're a singer. Follow him on social media or on his YouTube page or Facebook. Hello, saw the other day. We're both friends on Facebook. We haven't met in real life, but I enjoy your podcast. JDM, I appreciate that, man. Well, shoot me. We're friends on Facebook. Are we still friends on Facebook? Because I just wiped a lot of people off Facebook that I don't know. So if you got unfriended, it's nothing personal. I just cleaning up my social media pages. But shoot me a message. We'll get in contact. Where are you located, JDM? One day, Matthew. One day, he has gotten some WWE Impact talent on the podcast before. It's not too far fetched. To have Chavo Guerrero on the show. Maybe one day I'll have Chavo on. Actually, I have to post my new clip of my Facebook got nuked, but I'll send you one. You're in St. Clair. Oh, it's cool, man. So are you a pro wrestling fan or are you just supporting because I'm local? We might have a guest come hang out tonight on the show. First ever appearance. All right. I'll wait till commercial to post my clip because I'm here to do a watch along. So I'm here to do a watch along. That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to get it ready. I'm going to get it all ready. All the copies and pastes ready. So when commercial goes up, I'm going to post my Speedball Mike Bailey part 2 clip today. First one did really well. Oh, and just like that, we're on commercial. All right, here we are. Let me post this real quick.
I think when wrestling shows are good,
all right.
When wrestling shows
are, he's everywhere. You're good. What?
He's
no, yeah, to the show. Just bring it up here, and I'll set it here and watch it. Let me mute myself. 1 second, stream. All right, we're back. All right, what do we got in the chat? New people on Facebook, sign up on the ABJ Discord. Yes, I'll get the Discord link up in a second. Also known as Ari Black. Love wrestling. I've been watching since I'm a kid. Ari Black. Oh, your Facebook. I can't even creep on you. All right, man. That's cool. Just putting some games together for tonight Discord festivities, assuming I don't pass out again. So there you go. Already announced that we're gonna have a game night tonight in the Discord. Let's get the link up for Discord right now. All right, here's our Discord link. If you would like to join, live chats are always going on. People always hanging out. You can go in there and talk wrestling, talk a little bit of everything. We talk all types of shops in that Discord. Been kind of brainstorming some new content ideas very soon, and I think the move's going to be I'm going to record some episodes to find the feel for them. But the future idea for the content, not cool in high school horror, banging beers, and tornado tag are all coming back officially. probably 2024. They're going to come back full time, and they will be part of the ABJ podcast. So when you see ABJ podcast, so let's just say I'm going to use an example, episode 120, and it's going to say Ricky Price 2, part 2, Ricky Price. Then you'll see ABJP, if it's abbreviated. Your first hint. This is just for the audio side of things. It'll say ABJP, episode 121, not NIHC, not Cologne High School. And yeah, that whatever. And then it'll say like Blink 182 review, something along those lines. So that's the future. So there's going to be more if you're not just into professional wrestling that you can see. And the cool thing is we're going to still bring guests on. So you're going to see possibly independent wrestlers as well as musicians or anybody else who want to come on and talk things that aren't wrestling. So we can talk about Blink 182, or video games, or horror movies. So it's going to be a variety. Still have people on, but instead of an interview style, we talk about things that aren't just professional wrestling style things. And I think it's going to be really exciting. Truth Behind Illusion was also something that people like, the paranormal and the spooky stuff. I'm willing to do that as well, but I think that just might fall under an ABJ podcast episode where we talk something spooky. I don't want to do its own brand, its own thing. And then over on the YouTube side, there's going to be playlists. It'll say just interviews, and that's where the interviews are. If you just want to watch interviews, there'll be a Not Cologne High School horror, a Not Cologne High School tab. So if you just want to watch the horror reviews and episodes, you can watch those, or the pop culture reviews. If you want to see Bangin' Beers, that'll all be there. So it's going to be separated by the type of content, but it'll all still be the ABJ podcast. And we're back, and I only post it to one place. I sucked that commercial break. Huh? Yeah, I had a little ADD outbreak there. I was talking and all right, we got those down. Let's get TikTok down real quick. Speedball.
I think when wrestling shows are good, I think he's everywhere.
Sorry, guys. Drew McIntyre's beating the ever-living dog shit out of Jey Uso right now. And that's what's happening. If you're watching Raw, that's what's happening. You obviously see that. I don't think there's anything huge, major I'm missing. If you guys have some questions, or if you just want to talk pro wrestling or talk the status of Monday Night Raw or certain storylines or feuds, actually, let's put.
Hi to everybody for me.
Yes, everyone. Lily's
Hi,
here.
everyone.
Hi. Look.
Hi.
She's gonna crochet and also
I'm
watch.
actually not crocheting.
She's not gonna crochet. She's gonna watch Monday Night Raw. I felt bad that she was in the room. I was like, she probably wants to watch wrestling. She's getting into it. Anyway, what is your, if you're in the chat, here's my question to you guys. What is your favorite storyline currently on Monday Night Raw? I think we're good. I think we got them all. Facebook, I can't do threads. I'm banned. TikTok, YouTube, we're good. I think we got Instagram's on there. That's the first place I go because it puts it on the one page. What was Din Din apple bottom jeans? Din Din's right here. It's burgers because I'm.
Oh, you didn't eat that.
And empanadas. She made empanadas.
He didn't eat them though, so it's okay. Technically, it'll be lunch.
Would Punk Rollins count as a storyline? Sure. But we don't really know the Punk story yet. He kind of laid out a whole bunch of it out there for us to kind of pick and choose and not. But we won't officially know Punk's intentions or who he goes after until he signs tonight. So if he signs on SmackDown, I feel it's pretty clear he's going to go after, maybe the Kevin Owenses of the world and get those matches, as well as Roman Reigns and that whole storyline. If he signs to Raw, I think he's inserting himself against Seth Rollins. Lily got married last Tuesday. Did you get married last Tuesday?
Me?
Yeah, Matthew Holland said you got married last Tuesday.
Why are you telling people? It's a secret.
It was a big secret, and Matthew Holland just ruined it. R-Truth and Tozawa crack me up. I agree. I think Tozawa is insanely funny. Oh, good bump. I think it's funny that like the commentary things are allowed just tablets in the back of the day. So you haven't seen. Remember those really big TVs, like those really tiny TVs, but they were like long.
Yeah.
That used to be the monitors ringside, and when
Oh.
you would pull them out, there would be like these giant boxes. So every time like they would rip the top of the commentary table off, then they would rip out these giant boxes, which were like these giant square TVs. And then actually real quick, Steven or Jake or Alex, Google image the old commentary table, like the TVs, like when they used to pull the TVs out. If you can find a photo or something of that, send it to me on Discord or on Facebook.
Just send it to me.
Or send it to Lily so she can see it. And maybe if you send it to me on Discord, I can post them that we're talking about here too. For people who don't know for some reason and why you wouldn't. But yeah, they would pull these giant monitors out of these holes, and then they would clear off the paper, and then somebody would go through the table. But now they're just iPads, so they just
So it's like just choop.
or they rip off the top of the table and then they like just hand swipe it, or they just slam them on it because they're just tablets. Yeah.
Because they're just tablets.
Yeah, they just be
It's
like,
just hundreds of dollars, but it's fine.
yeah, but a tablet could take a little bit of a push to the ground.
I am gonna grab my yarn while we're on a break here.
Well, when I go for Priest, I'll be cashing in because he just might fail. Okay. Oh, all right. So your storyline is when Priest cash in. You're excited for when your favorite part of the storyline is Damian Priest and his possible cash in. Okay. I feel that. What is this? From producer Blumhouse and Megan. Yo, that looked creepy. And this
Coming
movie,
up soon.
Night Swim.
Coming soon to a ABJ podcast near you.
There you go. Maybe we'll do a review of Night Swim. That's a good point. I was kind of hoping he would sign to Raw because how much shoot stuff they can incorporate into the storyline, podcast, interviews. So here's my take. I kind of talked about this last time. I don't think there's shoot heat. I think when Punk was going through everything he was going through the first time at AEW with the media scrum, I think the opportunity or the possibility that CM Punk might get fired or lose his job was there. I don't think they'll ever talk about it because technically it's contract tampering, but I think he put feelers out. I think he put feelers out to WWE then. And I think that's when Seth Rollins seen all that stuff was there and knew there was talks of him possibly coming back. And if that was going to be the case, Seth Rollins knows there's money working Punk. So I think he was putting that stuff out there like, F that guy, this guy sucks, da-da-da-da-da. Because he always used to be pro Punk and his views and liking CM Punk, and then all of a sudden he hates him, and now the fans think it's real because it was an interview done by a character named Seth Rollins, and now he is here, and now they can make money on it. So that's my personal take as a smart fan. I don't think there's a real life heat there. I actually would like Punk to go to NXT just to make an actual surprise. Plus, I guess it would make the NXT ratings go up. That would be fun. So this is where I like Kai. I don't have Bowl. I don't know how to Bolante music, whatever. I don't want to. Sorry if I outed who you are on there. No, it says Gears of Kai on his thumbnail picture. The independent fan in us and the smart fan in us would love him to go to a work rate show and with young talent, and that would be fun for CM Punk. But there's zero chance he goes to NXT. I did like the show though. The NXT review was fun. I missed the first match, but everything I watched, I thought the shit. What the fuck is that match called now again? Someone help me out. What's the elimination style match called? That's Nikita Lyons, by the way. Woo! Her finishing move is she smashes her big butt in a split style on her chest.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but you've shown me that.
Yeah, she's a dream. Iron Survivor match. Thank you. I'll eventually remember that. Iron Survivor style with the penalty box. First time ever watching a match like that. I thought it was really, really good. I kind of predicted the guy coming back and getting all the pins. But it was really, I actually enjoy that style match. I think that's fun. That would be a fun video game match, like where you have to get pinned and then go to the penalty box. Like I think you can incorporate that into a video game. That's fun. Why did Jack kill Joe? I don't know. Dude, that would be brilliant. Don't see Punk at NXT because feeling the AEW would vibe. I'm wrestling children. I'm taking care of children. I don't think he has problems working with young talent. I think he has a problem working with immature people who don't take criticism, I guess you would say. Iron Survivor. I'm not hiding. Okay, Kai, my bad. So we might see Seth and Punk in a match at Royal Rumble. I don't think Punk goes for Rollins immediately. I think they slow play that. You might not even see Punk wrestle until Rumble. Maybe he just kind of sits back and goes, "Well, why would I come in here and get like I don't know. We'll see." But I think Punk is definitely in your final four at the Rumble. I think Cody's in your final four. I think Drew will be in your final four. Actually, probably not. It'll probably be 2 Raw, 2 SmackDown. I don't know. Like, WWE's product is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're a fan, perfect. I love that you're a fan of professional wrestling. But the structure of their matches sometimes are tough for me. Like, it's hard for me to get excited or into them. I actually get more shocked when they actually let a match finish with a pin or clean or no shenanigans. Like this match here, I'm like, is someone going to take a clean loss here? Because like they're both main event guys. We'll see how it plays out. No double winner this year. I think it's very safe to say your winners are either going to. People are saying Gunther. I disagree. I'll talk about Gunther in a second here, and I don't want to come off as a hater because that's not the case, but I'm just being realistic when I say this, and I'll pose this question to the chat. If I miss this Gunther take, tell me to circle back, remind me because I probably will forget. But I think definitely your 2 winners is either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk. I think there's no other winner to the Royal Rumble this year besides one of those 2. The girl in the front row looks like Sharon Osbourne. Wait till the camera pans out. She looks like Sharon Osbourne sitting there. Ozzy, I'm filming for you, Ozzy. She has her phone in front of her face right now, but she's front row right in front of hard cam. And the Wall Games. Remind me on commercial. This is someone's job. Remind me on commercial the Gunther take. Like that DDT, I would never ever believe in a million years is going to end a match on Monday Night Raw. So that's why like that false finish doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? Oh, that dirty Drew McIntyre's taking the turnbuckle off. See how there's our rings and not the hooks that snap on people? It looks like a ring from Knoebels, like like they just got made a. Yeah. Carousel. I've never taken one in my whole life.
No, I think I have
yes,
3 of them.
I've taken. Now, is Drew McIntyre? Is he going to be Drew with a spear? That's not his move. No. Why are you freaking out over a false finish? There's 0 chance he wins with that. So, like, this is where AEW might look a little worse. Yeah, he's gonna gouge his eyes. At least they'll do like some crazy 450 and be like, "Holy crap, that won the match!" But like a spear's not gonna do it. So he took the turnbuckle off. He gouged his eyes, hits him with a claymore. So Jey Uso loses, but it was chicanery because it came from an eye gouge. And boo, Drew McIntyre. So like he didn't beat him because he's the better wrestler. He beat him because he had to cheat to win. Yeah, that's the blueprint. So to me, as a wrestling fan, there was nothing wrong with that match, but you do a really, really good match, and either it ends in a. This has been a trope for WWE for a while. This is why I struggle with the product. Like that finish to me is like, come on, really? Like he had to eye gouge him. Like Drew McIntyre's a world champion. He couldn't finish off of Jey Uso. And also like, or like if the babyface wins, it's because he got a surprise small package or a roll-up pin. And it's like, annoys me. But it is what it is. Stop it, Matthew. Matthew does this too. Matthew likes to say RIP to people that aren't dead in the chat. It's funny. She does look like Sharon. Ninja hanging out with us on Twitch. We have one Twitch viewer. There you are. I'm trying this out for like a month, right? So I'm going to do this for a month on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And if people are watching on both platforms, like right now we have 2 on Facebook, majority are on YouTube, which is what I want. I want more people on YouTube. But if Twitch doesn't pick up within like a month, I know that sounds like you're rushing it, but I'm going to be streaming multiple times a day for like a month. If it doesn't pick up, then I'm just going to scrap streaming this on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch and this disappears, you know why. And then I'll just mainly focus on just streaming this on the YouTube side of things. I think it's funny he came with a Bret Hart hoodie. That's funny. I like that Hell Froze Over shirt, though. I liked it a lot. Oh, Steven does too. My favorite part about CM Punk coming back is the content creators who were so anti-Punk, and now they're like, but I'm a huge WWE guy, so I have to cheer for this. Like, and they're all Punk fans. Are the fans who are starting to read between the lines that like, wait a second, I was really into the Cody story, and I really like Seth. And CM Punk just walked in the door, and everybody wants CM Punk to be the top guy. Maybe Punk's not right away for Punk. We should slow play it. Spoiler alert: you don't bring CM Punk back to your company and make him a mid-carder and slow play him. He's going straight to the top. And that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get Punk on the top of the mountain. It's a good promo package too. They took a good promo that laid a lot of breadcrumbs, and now look at the little snippets they throw in there. It's because he's not even the man in his own relationship. Oh, household. Oof. Household. The only way that CM Punk, that's what he always wanted, and he's never gotten it. And he should have been the main event of WrestleMania at least twice. The only way CM Punk is not wrestling for a world title and main eventing a WrestleMania is if they figure out a way to get CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin in a match. Now the rumor is that they are working on it. It is talked about that Stone Cold's not opposed to it, and neither is Punk. So there is a possibility behind the scenes that we may get a Stone Cold CM Punk soon. So that would be the only way I can see them saying, okay, we're not going to put him in a title picture because he's going to come out mad that he didn't get. I don't know. It's tough because he did like that promo, but people are eating him up as a babyface. So he may be babyface Punk, but yeah, Gunther take. Thank you, Stephen Chambers. Gunther take. Now, what I'm about to say is not a knock against Gunther. It is not I don't think Gunther deserves anything. This is not Gunther's not talented. I don't dislike Gunther. Everything about Gunther is fine. I have no issues with him. But he's now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, I believe. I think that streak has been broken. If it's not, it's going to be broken. Here's my honest, legit question for you as wrestling fans. The Honky Tonk Man. There's a figure of him in that toy line right there. He's in the very back. You don't have to pull it out. But there's Honky Tonk Man merch. Honky Tonk Man wasn't a great wrestler, but he's iconic for what he did during his title run. He's a character that we talk about for a long time. He's someone who's synonymous for WWE and a character that was part of it. And he hasn't wrestled in 20, 30 years. In 20, 30 years, is Gunther someone we talk about in the same vein as the Honky Tonk Man? Like we say, cool, he had a really long title reign, but is anything he did enough to carry us for 30 years? That's my honest opinion. I think he's very talented. I think he's very good. But I think at the end of the day, as of right now, if Gunther were to disappear and never wrestle again, for me, there's not enough that'd be like, he would be someone I'd be like, oh yeah, I do remember that match. That was a really good match. But like Honky Tonk winning dirty and just the story he built with the title, where Gunther was kind of like your work rate champion. He went out, had banger matches. He was really good. But like, there's not a storyline attached to Gunther or a rival or someone that Gunther did a long feud with that, in my opinion, that sustains the test of time. Like Cody wrestling the cage with Seth Rollins. And like, that's a story I think that's going to be talked about for years and years to come. Like, I'm trying to think of maybe even like another undercard guy, but I just don't see the lasting power right now of anything that has been done in this IC title run that is going to be something that's going to be talked about or tape studied. I think the matches were good, but in the realm of WWE and the story and the character and how forward they are with that, I don't think Gunther is that as a champion or hasn't been that as a champion. I could be wrong. I'm open to hear what your guys' takes are with that. But let me know. Let me know. And what a great way to do that is if you have your own microphone and camera, or you can even do this with your phone, I'm going to put the link in. If that's a take that you want to challenge me on or give your side of it, the chat is open for you. You can come in and hang out for a little bit. Give me your take. Maybe we'll talk during a match or a segment, and then I'm going to kick you out because you're not staying the whole show. That's just how we do it here. But I'm going to try to make it a revolving door for guests to come in and hang out and talk some fun wrestling takes. But that's the one right now I'm gonna throw out there is, and if you don't want to join, you don't have to, but you can type in the chat your take if you agree or disagree. Like this Cody Nakamura, in any other platform, your former New Japan World Champion wrestling Cody Rhodes is a big deal, but like we're at a point now with Nakamura and WWE. It's like, yeah, we know he's good, but there's really nothing that made Nakamura stand out. Like, is Nakamura a character we talk about in 30 years in his WWE run? Like he's a world champion. He won a Rumble, or Money in the Bank, or one of them. I can't even remember. But like, what's a storyline that stands out for you with Nakamura? I don't personally have one. And I don't think it's their fault as performers that they haven't given me a memory that sticks in my brain. I kind of blame the way WWE pushes it. I don't think they've given him a platform to make him seem like someone who is believable or the top guy in the company. When I remember, so like you look back on like the Ruthless Aggression era and John Cena, and the only thing you remember is John Cena and Randy Orton. Like they dominated that entire era of wrestling. And there was a few good characters in between there, but for the most part, it was their two era. Like right now, we've watched the Brock. We're in the middle of the Brock and Cody era, or the Brock and Roman era. Like the past 5 years of watching this, they have been the only two guys that are showcased and are made to feel like a big deal. So maybe that changes soon. I don't know. We'll see. Ninja watching on YouTube. Ninja, I miss you. I have a question. What does it take to start working in the WWE? Does it require you going to the university or what? Yeah, you have to get recruited by them and then go to Performance Center. Why does Judgment Day's locker room look like a sex dungeon? You see the chains holding up like... Dude, it looks like a sex dungeon. Where do you see that at? Oh, it is a Cards Against Humanity. Why is that a thing? I wonder why they went with that design. It does look like Cards Against Humanity. I didn't notice that. It's a cool jacket. Look at all the chains.
Is a lot easier than being a leader. You know what, Rhea? I'm really sick. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to the family. And I'm sick of the disrespect. It's time that we remind people that we run wrong. I'm not going to let my division disrespect me. She's not. I'm making an example. I'm actually doing it.
Rhea's losing tonight.
That's your take?
Rhea's losing tonight. It's a non-title match.
So then how's she going to lose the title?
It's a non-title match. So she can lose and she doesn't lose her title. But it sets up her to be like the new underdog that's going to take out. She's not losing her title. Renee will never be the world, like she won't be the world champion and beat Rhea, but she's going to give her a run for the money and be like, "Oh, this is the new challenger for Rhea Ripley."
Right.
R-Truth plays a dummy character. He just said, "I'm going to decorate for the holiday so everyone get to eat the eggs they deserve." Okay. R-Truth is my pick to be the new Intercontinental Champion. I would put the Intercontinental Championship on R-Truth. All right, let's see if I'm right. Rhea Ripley. How do you feel about this? Not at liberty to discuss. It's Monday Night Mommy time.
Oh, yes.
She has a T-shirt that says that Monday Night Mommy. Yeah,
I've seen it. Keep tabs a little bit. Distracted me. That's what just happened.
she's growing her hair back out long, but I like this. Is this what you would call a wolf cut, where it kind of looks like a female mullet?
This is like a shag. It's not really a wolf yet. It's not long enough to be a wolf.
But she's doing like a mullet. She's doing her own interpretation of a mullet.
Shag, yeah.
It's like an emo mullet.
It's a shag, yeah.
Yeah. It was more mullety when she first had it.
Yeah, correct.
Hunter says Monday Night Mommy barf. Timeout. You're put on timeout. You're going get the hell out of here. No, I'm joking. I won't timeout you. Lily needs a Monday night needs a mommy's on top shirt. That's another shirt. Mommy's on top. Well, listen, there's super chats, not actually super chats, but there's donations if you want to buy Lily a T-shirt.
No, honestly.
I will take the funds and give it to her for Christmas to buy one.
I'll gladly. I mean, I know this isn't an AEW shirt, but there's a few other shirts I want to buy.
It's okay to own T-shirts from multiple companies. It's fine.
I'm just saying, like, there's, now that I know that chins up, tits out, and watch for the shoe is a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that.
3 different versions of that shirt, by the way.
It.
Yeah.
All of them.
I tried watching that show. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's pretty bad. All right. Anyone has their take on Gunther? Do they agree? Disagree? Let's get it going here. Chat is open too. If you want to, you can type it, or you can. Oh, Kai, that link that you posted, that's cool to promote. That guy's cool. So that's Noah. Noah has a channel. Thank you for reminding me. That's a good post in the Discord. So Noah has this channel called +2 Wrestling, and he just did a review of his favorite wrestling content creators who focus on independent wrestling, and he had a list from about 10 people of be careful what symbols you will get hit by Nightbot. But he did his list. He didn't rank us. He just kind of said, here's a list of some people you should watch, and he gave the ABJ podcast a really good review. So I did share him on my YouTube page and that video. If you guys want to check it out, I think I'm the second to last channel he promoted. But there's a list of really good people who are talking about independent wrestling on that list, and I'm very honored to be on it. I did some commentary with Noah at Camp Leapfrog and High Tension. He's also the commentator at CZW, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very good guy, and he had a really nice review. I was going to screen record the review and post it on my channel, but I feel like if someone just watched his take on me and I clipped it, it kind of takes away from his content. So I would implore everybody, implore. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. I would ask you to all to go to his channel. I will post it here in the links. But if you guys can go to that channel and give him some support and show him some love, it would be really, really nice. And tell him you are here from the ABJ podcast. So here's the link. Go click on that. Go check out his content and say ABJ sent me. Thanks for giving him a review for the show, and let's show him the power of our universe. Not universe, our family. Cult. Yeah. The community. The cult immunity. That should be a shirt. New shirt idea. Cult immunity. Cult immunity. ABJ's cult immunity. Yeah, sometimes if you put too many dots or exclamation points, you get flagged for too many emojis or symbols. I wonder if R-Truth is really joining the Judgment Day. It's possible. The R-Truth joining Judgment Day to me. Yes.
It's like she really just came out on a catwalk, but she's not wearing heels. Like she's walking like she's wearing heels.
Yeah, I don't know her full story, if she was just a model or an athlete as well, but she's definitely she's working really, really hard. Like she's doing a great job. She's really entertaining. She used to be part of a group called the Maxim Male Models, and she kind of took over LA Knight's spot in the group, and then now she joined Alpha Academy. So she was like a pretty girl who couldn't wrestle, but now she joined a team of wrestlers, and now she's a good wrestler all of a sudden. Like they made her a beast, and that's like her story. But to me, the R-Truth joining the Judgment Day is like inserting Sammy into the bloodline. It's going to give them a comedy angle. It's going to make them funny, and it's going to keep them relevant again for a couple months, because R-Truth's going to be that comedy relief of the group until he's not, if that makes any sense. Welcome to the ABJ cult community. We watch people wrestle in their underwear. I said, welcome to the ABJ cult community. We watch people wrestle in their underwear. Wrestling. We watch people wrestle in their underwear. Mick in the chat. Is that our boy Mick Thompson? Is that Mick Thompson? If this is Mick Thompson in an ABJ chat, we've made it. We've done it. I like the Rhea Dom on the
R plus D.
yeah, it's funny. Dupree was a cheerleader for the LA Rams and a dancer for the Phoenix Suns. So yeah, she was athletic. She was a dancer.
Nice.
Yeah. Turned pro wrestler. She got good though. Like she got decent in the ring. Like if you look at the NXT roster, there's definitely girls who should be up there before her, but she's holding her own. Like she's making characters work. She's making storylines work. She's made groups entertaining. She is not good at basing herself because Rhea Ripley almost blew out her entire back as she wears her sub dom necklace.
It says dirty dog.
Is that a collar? Is she collared? Is Rhea collared? Are we is this are we maybe that's not a streaming question. Don't Google that, kids.
Oh my god.
Did we tip the hat a little hard there?
Oh, a little bit.
There's one person in the chat. Oh, Rhea's not losing tonight. Once again, dominant performance from Rhea Ripley. Okay. Oh, are they going to set up this story instead? She's going to defend her friend. Now, I think she was a legit wrestler.
She looks like she was a UFC fighter.
I don't know if she ever did mixed martial arts, but I think she might have.
I'm just basing off of stereotypical looks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know nothing about nothing.
I believe she was if not a Olympic winning wrestler, but I believe she mat wrestled. Could be wrong, or maybe she's just an MMA fighter. She's jacked.
Yeah.
So maybe Dupree was just the stepping stone to get to the next person. Oh, I'm a fan of her too. She was a Ninja Warrior. Are they at Pride right now? Is that
No,
where?
it's EDC.
Oh,
Way to read.
I didn't see it. It looks like a Pride event. It looks super
It's,
Pride-y.
It's a electric.
It's Pride.
No.
It-
no.
It's
no.
It's Pride with
no,
music.
Stop. Just-
Look at it.
It's not the same thing just because there's rainbow colored lights.
I was just talking about people's attire and stuff.
It's like a rave. It's a rave. That doesn't make it pride.
I feel like they could be one and the same. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Okay.
Oh, we actually going to start taking the women's tag team titles serious? And we're going to use this tag team to do it? If so, I'm a fan. She's insane. Yeah, so she got signed. She used to date Ricochet. And then Ricochet dumped her and started dating the ring announcer.
Yeah.
Well, he started dating her, and then she got a job as a ring announcer. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, they teamed back up. That's exciting. That's actually a fun tag team match right there. I'm excited for that. Why wouldn't you promote that match? That's an exciting matchup. Fact about Ivy Nile. That's the girl who Rhea just got in the face of, right? Ivy Nile. I hate the fact that I Googled her, and the first thing that popped up was Ivy Nile bathing suit. Like bathing suit. Like, come on, people. Relax. She's a mixed martial artist. So she was a mixed martial artist. Competed in the women's flyweight division. She signed in 2023 as a WWE signee. Trained under Tom Pritchard and Glenn Jacobs, Kane, in wrestling school in Knoxville, Tennessee. She's a standing dragon sleeper. It doesn't say anything about her like MMA career. This is a terrible site. I'm not gonna say where it is. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's
Not very informative.
yeah. There's not a lot of.
Informative as you want it to be.
when you need it most. Get your emergency pizza when you order Domino's online. There you go. Thank you. All right. Dinner's ready.
Let's see here.
Who are the chefs?
No, she used to be part of that stable. She used to be a stable with Roderick Strong. I remember that now. The Diamond Mine. She's with the Creed brothers.
It's like a science project.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of catching myself up. I don't know a lot of these people. I've been away from professional wrestling for a little bit. Is this like a whole Diamond Mine thing, or is this a? Yeah, I don't want just a Diamond Mine. I want Ivy. She doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. That sucks. All right, never mind. Not much on her. Katana Chance is shorter than Rio. Agreed, but she has a lot more muscle mass on her. she looks like she can like hurt you with a kick. Rio has a hard time for me looking believable doing that. All right, someone said something about Gunther, and I didn't read it. Gunther, there it is. Gunther didn't really draw while he was an NXT UK champion, but since losing some weight, he is better in the ring. He's better and in the ring, but I'm not saying that he was bad when he was heavier. He's a strong style guy. Like he's gonna chop the shit out of you. The whole premise of a Gunther match is you wrestle a Gunther match. Like there's like Gunther doesn't wrestle your style of match. You wrestle like Gunther style match. So he's very imposing. His match. Yes, that's right. He also did date Tessa as well. Yep. Tessa Blanchard. Who I still wish he came to either AEW or WWE. I prefer WWE because there's a lot of matchups I'd love to see Tessa Blanchard in. Number 1 is Charlotte. Number 2 is Bailey. Now would be Rhea. I think Tessa has more gas in the tank. I'd like to see her work. But good take to see Henry. These commercials, though. Speedball retweeted me. Love that. Love to see that. Already has 630 views on Twitter. The power of Speedball Mike Bailey. What a sweetheart. I mean, I'm going to say this, and if you aren't doing so already, what kind of pro wrestling fan are you? But please go follow Speedball Mike Bailey and tweet at him and just be like, or just comment on the retweet he just posted and just be like, we love Speedball. Thanks for doing ABJ. Just show that guy some love. He didn't have to do my podcast, and he did, and he's an awesome guy. Is this the where you're signing, CM Punk?
But he needs to make a decision. And after 25 years of no, I'm sure he's going to make the right one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man that calls himself the best in the world, CM Punk.
That was a cool little someone just said no surprise that I have to watch this podcast. Another wrestling fan tweeted the Mike Bailey episode. That's the thing. Like, I want to be as a good enough interviewer that people are not only excited for my interviews, but when I do get a big interview, it's not just that like, oh, he got a cool name, I want to see the name. Like, I want to see ABJ interview said name. Like, that's what I want people to be excited for. Like, you as the interviewer should be just as over as your guests and not just be, I know I want that shirt. You know the why it says hell froze over?
Because he came back.
So you know why he left?
Because they fired him on the day of his wedding.
So he was pissed about the way the company was being ran, openly trashed. I mean, he did like a pipe bomb, which was supposed to be like he said against the company, but they all knew. Like he made the backstage issues he had with Triple H and Vince McMahon public, and then they made a storyline out of it because that's what Vince is smart of. But if the fans know, let them know and let's lean into it. And then he legit was like, no, I'm sick of this. Like, I work all year round. I don't leave. I'm killing myself. I'm working injured. And then The Rock comes in off the street because he doesn't want to do Hollywood and gets a main event title shot. and I want to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Like I'm the best wrestler in the world, and why am I not main eventing your show? Why am I not on your cups? Why are you not pushing my merchandise? And then he left, and he didn't wrestle for a long time, over 7 years. Came back to AEW. Everything AEW happened, and now he's back in WWE. And Vince is gone. Triple H is creative, but the company that owns WWE now like him a lot.
Right.
Yeah, he has a lot more flex in the company than he did when he left the first time.
I thought I was in a bit of a sullen mood, and then I come out here and I see all these signs and I hear all these people.
The women's division can be strong in AEW if it's booked right. Honestly, if I was running at AEW, I think outside the box, and I'd make Rampage an all-women's show. Interesting. I agree. I think AEW could be doing better for the women's division, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's listen to CM Punk.
And the reason I've been so consumed and worried about it is because I love you guys. But the truth is, this town and this building specifically hasn't always historically been kind to CM Punk. I walk back here through the hallways, there's a lot of ghosts, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm doing my best to face them head on. A lot of people might not know this, but I debuted in this building. Yeah, was anybody there? I had Mickey James on my arm. True story. We walked down that ramp, we got into this ring, and it was so good. I went back and they said, we're sending you to Louisville, Kentucky. Have fun in OVW. And gosh, I didn't want to go. But while I was there, I embraced being uncomfortable and I learned how to love it. Exactly.
OVW was NXT before NXT.
To the WWE for the first time, and I didn't know what I was in for, but I embraced being uncomfortable and I learned to love it. I triumphantly returned to this town, this same building, World Heavyweight Champion. I was ready to put on a show for everybody here. And then Randy Orton kicks me in the head backstage. And I wake up and they tell me, by the way, we stripped you of the title, you couldn't compete. You're no longer the champion. And I was like, Cleveland! Again? Was anybody here 10 years ago for the story that I'm about to tell? I'm not going to bore you with details because a lot of it is in my rearview mirror. I'm focused on the future. I'm focused on the now. I'm focused on everybody here in this building today. 10 years ago, I had to take myself off the hamster wheel. I had to, for better or for worse, make the hardest decision of my life.
Ooh, you really said it like that?
I don't look back. But there was always that part of me that wondered, if anybody paid to see CM Punk that day, I walked out Cleveland. If they were disappointed, backstage, I saw a young lady by the name of Indy, and she told me that she felt betrayed as that little kid. And I told her a story when I saw Roddy Piper appear on WCW television. And as a young wrestling fan, I felt the exact same way, so I understood. So if you're here now, if you're watching at home, and you're disappointed that CM Punk walked out, I understand. And hell, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
What's going on, Leon? I'll be right with you guys in the chat in a minute. Just going to listen to this promo.
Listen to what Nick Aldis has to say. He put together a very substantial offer. You understand. I went down to NXT, I hung out with Shawn Michaels, and there's a 15-year-old CM Punk somewhere in the universe who's tickled to death that he got an offer from Shawn Michaels to go help mold the next generation of superstars. It's a great deal. Adam Pearce has put together a deal that honestly is head and shoulders above both those other deals. But can I be very real and very honest with you folks right now? made up when I looked at the calendar and I saw Cleveland. I'm here to bury those ghosts. I'm here to right a few wrongs. My future starts now.
On SmackDown.
You can find a better television show, ladies and gentlemen.
That'd be funny.
Almost to the day CM Punk walked out, and regardless of how you feel about it, CM Punk walks right back in. And if you're happy about it, if you're mad about it, you better learn to love it, because congratulations, Adam Pearce. The newest Raw superstar is named CM Punk. And CM Punk is home.
Cue Seth Rollins.
CM Punk becomes the exclusive.
Plant that seed right now. Have the champion come out. Let's find out right now who the crowd wants. If they want your... Yes, there it is. Good booking right there. That's exactly what you do. You send out your world champion. You can't do it Roman, but you can do it Seth freaking Rollins.
Yo, always with the swagger though. I think I like his outfits more than Rhea's, to be honest.
A lot of people make fun of his outfits because they're very
They're
flamboyant. Yeah, but I like them.
I love them.
Seth is
They're
so
loud.
good. He's so good. Threw his sunglasses to the crowd. That means he's mad.
Oh, he's real. About to go damn.
Fun fact is every time CM Punk left a brand, Seth Rollins was the next guy that they put the weight on to carry the company after CM Punk left. So when CM Punk left ROH, Tyler Black, Seth Rollins was the guy who kind of took that mantle. When he left WWE, he was that guy at WWE. And now like they really can face each other for the first time properly.
What?
Someone's cursing, so they're bleeping it. I think they're doing holy shit chants. They don't know if they should keep singing Seth's song or if they should chant CM Punk. They're still singing.
It's not as strong though.
Yeah. This moment is they're letting the fans pick who they like. Right now the creative's listening.
Oh.
And if I'm Seth now,
The
I
most
cut.
intense game of like don't blink.
Seth has to cut a promo. Is like, he's been gone this whole time and you're cheering him. I've been holding it down and let the fans choose. And guess who's from Ohio? Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins.
I hope you know how incredibly fortunate you are to even be standing in this ring right now. But could you just do me just one little favor, just one thing, please? Don't you dare call this place your home. You abandoned this place 10 years ago. Not only did you abandon it, but you actively tried to tear it down. You spent 10 years slandering me, slandering every single person back in that locker.
That's exactly the promo you do.
Back in here and call this place your home. This is not your home. This is my home.
The fans are torn now. They're like, shit, he kind of's been here the whole time.
They're literally arguing. Do you see them? There's literally a couple right here. This whole couple that are fighting each other.
Everybody in the back, those are my brothers and sisters. Everybody here, everybody watching at home, that is my family. And this is our home. And I will do everything within my power to protect it from people like you. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I don't want there to be
Look at those shoes.
any confusion.
Time.
I know I'm
Yeah,
a bit
that's what
worked
she's
up. I want everybody to understand. I'm going to say it plainly with every fiber in my being. I hate you. But if you're going to be a part of WWE again, then I want you on Monday Night Raw. Because the truth always comes out, pal. The truth always comes out. I know, you know, everybody else knows. This is your last chance. So, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to expose yourself, you're going to self-destruct like you always do, and I'll be the first person in the back to slam the door shut on your legacy. Or if by some miracle you have changed and you've got any gas left in this old tank, maybe one day you'll be lucky enough to stand across the ring from me in a World Heavyweight Championship match. And then I will expose you for the fraud that you are. I will show you that there are levels to this. I will wrestle circles around you, and I will let you understand in real time
That I'm the best in the world.
to be the best in the world.
Yes. There's two people right now that are fighting for that title, and it's him and Will Ospreay. With Kenny Omega knocking on the door.
Are you done? That's your one pass to stand here and speak to me disrespectfully without me coming after you.
He says she might be your mama, but I'm your daddy.
I have never asked for anything to be handed to me, and I've always done things stubbornly the hard way, and I'm here to do that. Adam Pearce, where you at? We're making things official. We might as well make it official. CM Punk is entering the Royal Rumble. And when CM Punk wins, maybe, Seth, it's coming after.
Mic drop.
You don't have Will Ospreay in your top 50. Now, is he not your top 50 because you don't like things he's done personally? Because as a professional wrestler, he's the best in the world. He's good. Honestly, it probably, I'm going to be honest, it goes Seth and Ospreay neck and neck at one and for one. And then like whoever falls to two, the three spots, Kenny. And I'm not saying this to be biased and for you to check out the ABJ podcast, but Speedball Mike Bailey is definitely in the top 5 male professional wrestlers in the world right now. Easily. Speedball Mike Bailey's there. And he's not being paid millions of dollars to do this, which is a damn shame. I agree. I think Punk is definitely winning the Rumble. My only question is, how do they get Cody to Roman without the Rumble? If they do something at Elimination Chamber is the only thing I can guess.
Coolest one that has recently happened for me is I can
I don't know, man. I think the 5,000 wrestlers that you would pick, that you would say is that they would be better than Ospreay would all probably say that Ospreay is the top. That man beat Okada and now he's facing Ivar Waste. I don't disagree. I would use Bronson Reed higher, but that's just me. But I don't know. Not everybody can be the top of the game at all times, right? Some people some people just gotta be mid-carders for a while.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
What?
Carmelo Hayes is the entrant for the title for NXT. Carmelo Hayes is the third best guy in that brand because they clearly have something for Trick Williams and Braun Breaker still, I guess. I like Dragunov. I watched that pay-per-view. I kind of said it during that live stream. I think he's a really, really good wrestler. I think he's insanely talented, but I don't connect with him probably the same way everybody else does. And I thought the match with him and Corbin would have been a little better. Let me be honest. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match. I don't think I'm not discrediting them as performers. It just didn't resonate with me. For some reason, I believe Seth and Punk will wrestle at WrestleMania, but not for the belt. Punk might cost Seth, and Priest will cash in. Interesting. I still think Priest. Swerve Strickland's in my top 10. I don't know if he's a top 5, but he's definitely top 10. He's really, really good. Number 4, actually, I'll put Speedball at 5. Number 4 wrestler in the world is MJF. And not even for his wrestling, is there's nobody else in professional wrestling that's captivating crowds and audiences and telling story like this guy right now. He's good. He's carrying the company on his back. But Swerve is definitely top 10 for me. Well, I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. I would say give me 5 people that you think are better in ring than Will Ospreay. I have an itchy nose. Oh, Seth Priest. Yeah, Priest. I think Priest cashes in and goes to SmackDown. I think when the Judgment Day splits up, I think part of their split up is he goes to the other brand. I can see Cody beating Roman and getting cashed in on by Priest, and then Priest and Cody rival for a little bit. And the only reason I say that is because I think it'd be the story of like Cody has done it. He told his story. Cash in. Because I think the money for Cody Rhodes is always is going to be the chase. And I think he gets that close and then has to fight back to the top 4 because he got cashed in on. Do I think Speedball should go to AEW or WWE? I honestly think Speedball is probably a guy that if he plays his cards right, like he makes more money on the independent scene. Like I think he's in that Effie category. I think he just gets paid very well to be a professional wrestler, and I think he would probably lose money if he went to if he went to WWE, they wouldn't put him on main roster. He would have to go to NXT. Not saying he doesn't have the ability to be a top guy in NXT, but I wouldn't trust that they would use him properly. AEW is stacked, so it would be tough for him to shine there and make an appearance. I don't hate it, but I think he's one of the rare occurrences where he doesn't have to go to a major TV deal. He's on Impact, which is great. I think Impact's a good spot for him because he can do Impact, but then wrestle all over the world still and still do all of his appearances. But yeah. Number 1, Copeland. Number 2, Ospreay, Kenny, Seth, Okada. I think maybe Okada 10 years, like 5 or 6 years ago, but I don't think Okada has done enough in the past year, 2 years that justify him as a top 5 best in the world right now. I disagree. What? Oh, the Viking ship. And you say Copeland you think Edge is Adam Copeland is you're a giant Adam Copeland fan, so you're saying he's the number 1 best wrestler in the world, but he's not. He's not even in the top 10 right now, pound for pound in ring, a wrestling ability. He's top. I think his storylines are compelling. I think he's good at what he does, but I don't think he's top. I don't think he's top 5. Adam Copeland, no chance. Kai, okay, I don't mind that. You're going more on you're doing men and women together. I was just saying like male performers as of right now. But number 1 female performer, I don't know if I would have Dakota Kai or Asuka in my top 5 for females right now, unfortunately. Christian Cage is your number 1. Once again, great storylines, great compelling. He's good in the ring. I don't think Adam Copeland's bad in the ring, but I just don't think he's. I just to be the best wrestler in the world is like, I just don't know if they fit that bill in my opinion. But everyone's takes are good. I think they're fine. Ospreay, MJF, Kenny, Seth, Danielson. I would say Danielson too, but once again, he's been hurt a lot this year. He comes in and has a banger match and then disappears. I think to say the best in the world, the way I judge it is like, have you worked the full year? And when you have worked, what has your work rate been? Are you a pay-per-view guy? Are you working weekly? Are you out there just like stealing the show, main eventing time after time after time? And I think when it comes to travel in the world, New Japan, in wherever he goes, he's one of the main draws. That's Ospreay, and he's just so good in the ring. And it's hard to say that Seth Rollins isn't the most active and the most carrying a company on his back more than anybody in the world than Seth Rollins. Charlotte, Willow, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, Athena. Charlotte hasn't been around enough this year for me to. I think she's amazing, but it's hard for me to say best in the world.
Don't let the birds distract you.
I think Toni Storm is up there right now. I would give it to Athena. I'd give it to What's that? Willow's really good, but I don't know if I would put her in the top 5 of best in the world right now. And that's all with all due respect. I love Willow. She's one of my favorites. Athena's definitely there. Toni Storm is there. Bianca Belair is there. Bianca's been holding it down. I don't know much about Joshi stuff, so I can't really put any Joshi in there. It's hard not to say Camille, but no one's really watching it, the NWA, but she's been killing it over there. I don't think Julia Hart's the best in the world right now. I think she's compelling, but I don't think she's best in the world. I'm trying to think here. Who else would I could put there for this year? It's a good end of the year discussion. We're getting close to the end of the year. Maybe we'll do we'll probably do that with Tornado Tag before the end of the year rolls out. I'll get BP together. We'll do an episode and we'll do because we do it every year for Tornado Tag. The TTPs or the TTs. That's what we call it, the TTs. And we do our awards. Actually, I should message BP and get that set up. That would be an episode that we'll probably do before the end of the year, and that'll be the return of TT as a Tornado Tag as a content for the page. Who'd I say? I said Bianca. I said
You said
Toni Storm.
Bianca Belair.
I already have those two. Athena. Women's wrestling has been rough this year. Like they haven't been pushing. I mean, Io Sky, I feel has been killing it. Io Sky, I'll put there. I want to say Becky, but what's her name? What's her name in NXT? I'll put her there. What's her name? The girl who just lost because she got cheated. I think people been holding her down a while for a top female wrestler. I think Dakota Kai and Asuka are good. I don't think they've been treating Asuka as seriously enough. And I don't think she's been used as much to be top of the. Not Lyra Valkyrie, no. The girl who just wrestled for the title, the Booker T trainee girl, the girl who was actually. Scratch her. I'll throw in because I think she's part of one of the best divisions in the world, and that's Impact. I'll put in Deonna Purrazzo. I think Deonna Purrazzo is one of the best in the world. Yeah, I would have said Roxanne Perez, but I'm gonna replace her with Deonna. And if it's not Deonna, it's Jordan Grace because they're both killing it over there. I'll do more of this when we come back. I'll do tag teams on next commercial break. Good talks, though. Conversations are good. Comments in the comment section are good. That's what we need. We need active comments. And we're breaking it up. You know what I mean? We're watching Raw and we're actually chatting. I like it. Masha's good, but she had more of a tag team run this year, so it's tough to say. I mean, on TV. I mean, as a wrestler, yeah, Masha's definitely in the top 5. You know what? Sorry, Deonna. I'm bouncing you and putting Masha. Masha won the GCW World Championship this year. Yeah, she's in the 5th. She's number 5. Masha Slamovich. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Steven, for correcting me in my wrong ways. That is fucking crazy. You are too big, Ivar, to be doing some crazy shit like that. Wow. If I'm bronze, I'm like, bro, I don't want to take that. That's top rope. That's a lot of man.
How many rings do you think you
Oh, what a nut. Good spot. Yeah, Kamala. Yeah, Camille is a free agent. So is Deanna. Deanna's a free agent. It's going to be interesting to see where she goes. Yeah, she choked Nick Gage out. Good call. Tomorrow, quick reminder while we get a move from the top rope, we will be live again at 8 o'clock, maybe a little earlier this time, for NXT. We're going to keep doing these NXT shows. I did cancel the Impact ones. I know you guys seen that. I will be doing Impact, I promise. But I don't want to get comfortable doing Impact on Thursdays, even though it's live on Thursdays, only because that is the only day for Brian to record. So maybe I'll do this Thursday just to do it, but it'll be and Bronson Reed with the win. That's who should be winning that. He should be winning singles competition against tag team specialists. Good win though. That was a fine match between two big guys. Bronson's such a nice guy. I had such a good time hanging out with him. But yeah, I don't want to get comfortable doing Impact live on Thursdays, even though it deserves it, because that's the only day me and BP can record. So I want to keep Thursdays open for Tornado Tag. That's the only one that I want to consistently make every single Thursday is Tornado Tag. The Not Cool in high schools and stuff, that's I'm fine with those being randomly here and there. I like her as a ref too. I don't know her name, but she's pretty cool. I like her a lot. I think she does a good job. Oh, who does he bump into backstage?
Welcome to our show. Between us, I really hope you're the guy who finishes the story around here. Because if you do, I'll be the one waiting. Have a good night.
I honestly, if they save him for Rumble and he does not wrestle, that's fine. But I honestly think we get if Punk's gonna do like a match beforehand to get over, the perfect person right now that he could wrestle where the fans would be completely cheering for him to win and booing the other guy, and it just works for CM Punk is Dom. Punk versus Dom is probably a good starting feud for CM Punk before Rumble. Also, when did Sarah Logan turn into the straight woman version of Max? Yeah, it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. Talk about a top 5. Number 1 in the I don't want to misquote the list or what the name of the list is, but there's a list for people in the community. And Maxie and Impaler, number 1. They are a beast. They've been working a shit ton in Japan, putting on some bangers, and then over there in NWA, where I wish they were in Impact. The QWI. Thank you. They would be amazing in Impact Wrestling. They would be amazing in AEW. I think they would be an amazing talent for WWE, but I think Sarah Logan dressing the way she's dressing, it'd be tough to bring in Max. And WWE's not one to say, "Oh, we're going to let you keep your character and we can do everything that made you special in the independent scene," where WWE would kind of strip you of all of that and make you start over. And I think that would be doing Maxie and Impaler a giant disservice if you made them start over and not let them use that character.
Sometimes your work shirt needs to be for more than just work. Like when it needs to be a big, soft shoulder to cry on, which is why Downy does more to make clothes softer, fresher, and better.
If I was made the president of TNA, what would I do differently? Well, the first thing I would do, and this is no disrespect to veterans and saying that veterans don't deserve. Oh, 1 second. What I would do differently is I would cut some of the older talent. I'm sorry. He's a great guy. Love Tommy. Tommy should not be a champion in that company. There's too many young people you could ride with. That'd be the first thing I do. Like the Bully Ray appearances, the hey, let's get busted open, some TV time. That's gone. Wouldn't do that anymore. I think you have one of the best tag team divisions. ABJ is already the president of TNA, if you catch my drift. Love that. I already think you have one of the best women's divisions. I think you have one of the best one of the top tag team divisions right now too. And I think you have a lot of young talent that you can push the singles division. I would start utilizing that talent, and I would do more episodes of IWPF because I think it's really, really funny. But I think Impact's good. I think if people give it a shot, you would enjoy it. I just personally subscribe to Impact's YouTube channel. So if you go to their YouTube channel, you do subscribe, and there's one for $1.99 or $4.99. The $1.99 gets you live Impact shows. I don't know if it gets you past episodes. So don't quote me on that. And the $5.99 gets you live wrestling every Thursday. You can rewatch the older episodes on a private list when you're subscribed. So if you want to go back and watch Impact from like 3 weeks ago because you want to catch up, they're all there. And you get the major 4 pay-per-views a part of that subscription deal as well. I think for $5, it's not a bad grab. If you want to go support Impact Wrestling, please do so. Gia on the microphone doing backstage interviews is the sweetest woman on the planet. I love her to death. That should be enough right there for you to buy your subscription because you get to see more of her. Ace Austin is the future of that company, and they should roll with him. Speedball Mike Bailey should be the future of that company, and you should roll with him. And there's just really good talent there. And maybe some other Impact names will be making appearances soon to the ABJ content. But yeah, I think they have a lot of fun stuff there. And for $5, you can't go wrong. I don't know how much back catalog they have on their YouTube channel. I haven't really dug through it. Maybe next commercial break I will do that. Impact. Let's see. Membership. Impactor Insider. You get some fun badges, emotes. Get the brand new episode of Weekly Impact commercial free at 8:30 every Thursday. Interact with exclusive live chats with Impact's biggest stars. The biggest stars collide in must-see matchups on monthly specials. Pay-per-view replays of Hard to Kill, Rebellion, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory. Available 30 days after the pay-per-view. And brand new original shows. Callahan Uncensored, Walking Weapon, Retro Revive, B-Skis with the Good Brothers, and more. Yeah, so you can't like the streaming service where you can go back and watch older stuff. I don't see that. Hold on. Oh, they have cool playlists like the complete history of like the Main Event Mafia. They have the best of Impact Wrestling, so they do have some older stuff on there. The best. Yeah, the crowd is the crowd's so into like booing him. It's so good. Dom is the best heel in wrestling. I love it.
Here it comes.
Make Veda Scott full-time commentary with me. I would love to work with Veda again.
It looks like y'all would have got a lot. For the front and the back door. And how y'all gonna have a holiday party and I don't get an invitation? Truth.
Oh, they didn't give me.
This is not some kind of holiday party that you're walking into. And if it was, you wouldn't be invited. JD, take it easy, dog. Relax. Truth. Jump in the ring. I kind of want to hear what you have to say, man.
That's not good against community.
That dude is like late 50s. R-Truth?
Huh?
R-Truth like in his late 50s or mid 50s.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
He's old. He's an older dude. And he used to be a world champion. He was one of the first NWA black champions, if not the first. He might have been the first. Went to jail, was in jail for a long time, came out and became a professional wrestler. And he's also a rapper. He's so good. Yeah, he's so good. 51 years old. Matthew Holland would know. He probably knows his birthday.
That is not late 50s. That's very early 50s. It's not even mid 50s.
But he doesn't look 50 is what I'm saying.
He doesn't even look like he's in his 50s. I'll give you that. Still surprising.
Ooh, me, BP, and Veda. That'd be a fun team. I did commentary with Gia. Fun time. Me and Gia did a good job. And Gia did commentary with Veda and Renee Paquette. And she said she really enjoyed working with us. So I'm just saying we're on that level. God, I would love to work with Renee Paquette one time. Oh, sorry, I'm cutting off this promo.
I understand why people like you. The locker room likes you. I like you. Finn Balor likes him. I'm pretty sure every single person in this building likes R-Truth. What's up? Everybody loves R-Truth. Except me. Oh, no.
All right, who runs out and makes a save on R-Truth and they become tag team champions? Who makes a save? Well, the Creed brothers are going to come out, right? Because they're the number one. Yeah.
I like how, with the force.
Maybe that's a story. Maybe Truth tag teams. He joins the tag team, and they DIY would be a big pop right now if DIY hit because they're from Cleveland. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and they would actually be taken seriously, and I would love that. But I think the Creed brothers are gonna handle them no problem. I don't think anybody else is coming. Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna say this respectfully, but the Creed brothers, bro, they look like they're fresh off independent wrestling scene. Like their gear, their look, like they look like indie guys. Like if you would have showed me these guys on independent scene, I'm like, yo, they're really good, but they just don't have the WWE look. I'm just respectfully, right? Am I the only one? Is that a bad take? I don't do that anymore. I'm not Jamaican anymore. I heard you're awful at video games. 24/7 championship will not come back now. There's 3 more people for the Rumble. Now they're going to start teasing who's going to be in the Rumble. So there's 3 more people right there. This match, I'm actually like pumped for this match. I think it's going to be a good tag team match. Let's just hope the Iconics go have their babies and want to come back to professional wrestling, because I would love the Iconics to be back on television. They're super, like they're tiny, but they're so entertaining. Katana and Caden, I'm a fan. Also very funny on social media. They're good TikTok follow. They do some funny stuff on TikTok. Oh, tomorrow night on NXT. Let's find out what's going on. Cora Jade's back. I actually forgot Blair Davenport won that match. Here she is. Nikita's back, baby. Yikes.
You don't have to look back at me. I saw it.
Another good social media follow. Nikita Lyons. Another good social media follow. Megan Thee Stallion. I love her flow.
So it's a winged, fire-breathing, talking horse. What did I not get about this, right?
Is she like the host? Is she the host of the Olympics?
I love that if she is. That's fucking awesome. Is Sha'Carri Richardson allowed to be in the Olympics this year?
I think she's been qualifying and doing runs, yeah. But I think she, like, her first big run since being disqualified last time, she lost.
Nuh-uh, she won.
No, she just recently lost.
Well,
I think she just
I'm
lost, and 2 girls like laughed at her for.
I think her first one back though, she won.
No, I could be wrong.
Her very first one back. I'm not saying that recently she hasn't lost.
Hunter number 1 or Hunter number 2? Oh God, why did I even? You're a fucking idiot. Why did I even say that? 10 people watching, 1 on TikTok, 9 on YouTube. What are we at thumbs up wise? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. What are we sitting at with thumbs up? Are we close to 9? Are we over 9? Did people hit the thumbs up button? Steven, did you forget? Steven forgets sometimes. Oh, it's Hunter to number 3. If you could pull off the miracle number 4, that's what separates the men from the boys, Hunter. Number 4. Do you ever go to the bathroom and do a number 4? Lyons, I believe, was in high school with Jack Perry. Interesting. He believes. I'll believe it. That sounds good to me. So where do we lie on the Gunther thing? No one said anything. One person said it. Was it no one cares about the take? That we should just move on from it? Nobody seemed to give a shit. New take. You were the first person to hit the like button this time. Appreciate that, Steven. Yo, the live streams have been doing pretty well. Like, so a lot of people aren't watching live, which is fine. We're getting about 10 people, more than close to 10 people, more than I ever expected, to be completely honest. So I'm not complaining. I'm not chasing numbers anymore. I'm really not. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not that big of a deal for me. But I will say, if I can look at the videos without it being stupid, first live stream thing we did had 54 views. That's when me and Raz did the NXT AEW review. Then AEW, after it was all said and done, 118 plays. Not bad at all. I was not expecting to break. I don't break 100 plays very often. SmackDown got 71. Rampage dipped off, only 39. and we're already up to 34 views for this episode. So if I get close to like 100 plays per live stream, I'm cool with that. Like I know people aren't watching live, and that's fine. If they're checking out the replay, that's cool. If you are watching the replay of this, I'd love to have you live. If you are working and you just can't watch live, that's fine too. But I appreciate it. We're making some decent numbers, and I'm pretty proud of where we're at. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, your tag team champions. Oh, Chelsea Green's a great character. Look at this Tinkerbell outfit we got going on here. Got to hang out with her for a day. That was fun. Candice LeRae. That's a sick move. Who? Candice LeRae? Candice LeRae, the girls with the butterfly wings on right now, or the fairy wings. She's married to Johnny Gargano. Her and Johnny Gargano both got fired from WWE, and they did like very limited appearances on cons. And the one con they did appearance at, I was at, and I got to hang out because the people who brought them in were the same people I was working with. So I got to like hang out with them, and it was pretty cool. Candice LeRae's right here, in the purple hair.
So
I have a T-shirt for.
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay.
That's
never mind.
Candice.
I was looking at the wrong side. That's why I'm lost. Okay, it makes sense now.
And Indy Hartwell looks like the other girl. Her and this other girl at NXT have a very similar look, but Indy's really talented. Like she's good. And Chelsea Green on the outside, half the champion. She's married to Matt Cardona.
Right.
She's really, really good too. She's a really good character actor.
Always remember the Leo Sparrow joke. That's all.
The Leo Sparrow joke, yeah. Leo Sparrow joke got over.
It was good. It was good.
Do you like Johnny Garbage? Hate that, Matthew Holland. Hate that name. Never use that again. And I love Johnny Gargano. Indy Hartwell, fellow Australian. Even though we're not Australian, but we say fellow because we have 2 Australian friends, and that's all you need. 2's enough. You know what I mean?
2 is enough.
They have the personality of 15.
I have 3. Just throwing that out.
You have 3 Australian friends?
Yeah. I have family that lives in Australia.
I might have more than 2 Australian friends. Unfortunately, neither one of them in the chat right now.
Who's that? Hi. Who's that?
What?
I
Who's
kept
what?
asking you who that was on the screen, and you like
Who?
look, and then she's gone now.
Is she on commentary?
No, who had the rainbow hair? Jesus, Louise.
The blue hair.
No, they were watching from the back.
Oh, I don't know who was
That's
watching
my
from the
point. That's
back.
why I kept doing it. Sheesh.
No, I won't make that joke. Nothing. Never mind. Sorry. I have a lot in my brain. Indy made it pretty high on the QWI too. Didn't know she was queer. I didn't either. Their tag team moves are cool together. Wow. Not only is DYI as a tag team getting just treated disrespectfully, but Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell just got shit on. I don't mind Piper Niven. I think she's good, but I would have loved to see Chelsea Green and Carmella be a tag team. I think they'd be amazing together, or at least working against each other. There's Johnny. That's Johnny Gargano. And that's Tommaso Ciampa. I do. I have the same birthday as Dynamite Kid. Yep.
So very interesting. You know, all day I've been hearing about the mystery partner of yours. Made me wonder who possibly would team up with the 2 of you.
Dexter Loomis.
Who is your mystery partner? You shouldn't worry about our mystery partner. What you should worry about what the General Gunther's gonna think when you disappoint him. Again. Ask me twice.
Actually, Dexter Loomis would be a cool mystery partner, but it has to be someone that actually gives Gunther a run for his money, like a thing. And I think I think you just nailed it. It's gonna be the Miz. Miz is also a Cleveland guy, and they just had a banger of a match at the pay-per-view. It's the Miz. It has to be the Miz. It's DIY and the Miz. It has to be. Oh, Nikki Cross in the back, staring randomly. Sanity, just saying, Sanity just made a debut as a team again in progress. All three of them in progress just wrestled a match. So they're getting those warm-ups in, hopefully. And we get Sanity back. That'd be sick. Let's get Sanity back. What is this duck movie?
I
Like,
don't know, but you can, every time it comes on, you're like, what is it? Is it called Migrate?
they're like, all right, we need a movie, new movie franchise. What animal has not been used in a long time? Let's think. What are
A
popular
freaking
characters?
Armadillo.
They're like, all right, remember Daffy
Migrate.
and Donald? We haven't had a good duck
But
since
dude,
then.
how come they don't ever use different ducks? That's what I'm saying. Like they did with Donald the Daffy. But I mean, like, I feel like it's always a mallard duck.
Because they're the coolest
When they
looking
use
ducks.
There's so many different kinds of ducks, though.
Who cares about the other ducks? I mean, really? Are you pro duck?
Look at
What's
that
your
duck. Look at that duck.
that little yellow duck? He eventually turns into a cool looking duck. And look at this one doesn't even know how to get out of oil. You know what I mean?
Bro.
This duck
Not
sucks.
for the Dawn commercial, though.
Look at these.
Look, does that look like a regular duck?
These ducks are the
No.
worst.
Mom duck was completely different.
The worst ducks ever. You know what is just as worse as ducks? Snowmen.
I hate snowmen.
Snowmen are overrated.
Snowmen are so
Jack
overrated.
Frost, the horror movie, the only good
Never watched
snowman
it.
to ever exist.
Never watched it.
Oh, that's pretty funny. In the chat, let us know. What's your favorite duck? What's your favorite style of duck? Name 5 other styles of duck besides mallard.
Peking duck.
That's not real.
Yes, it is. What?
It's not a real duck.
The white ones.
A pecking duck?
Pecking.
They all peck.
Peking.
Peking.
P-E-K.
Peking ducks.
P-E-K-I-N-G.
Well, they peaked a long time ago. All right, they're not cool anymore.
All right, how about Duck à l'Orange?
That is a wrestler's name.
That is.
There was a wrestler in
Is
the
it really?
80s, Duck L'Orange. No, I just made it. It sounds like it should be.
It's
Duck L'Orange is a
it's
meal.
Duck in orange. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
orange duck.
See, they said Donald and Daffy. We actually meant breeds of duck. She's like, why do they always use the same breed? Nobody knows
I'm
duck
saying
breeds.
For the cartoons, all I'm saying is that give it a flair. Why is it always a green and a brown one? It's the Dooney and Burke duck.
Nobody cares.
It's fine.
Darkwing duck. That's a good
There
breed.
you go.
Not
Amen.
a breed. It's a cartoon character.
I'll accept it. I'm aware.
Scrooge McDuck was pretty
There
cool.
you go.
The
I'll take-
DuckTales. How about the DuckTales?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Did you watch? Speaking of movies, you probably haven't watched. Did you watch the Chippendale movie?
Like
the Chipmunks?
like where they were detectives?
No, the newest one that just came out.
Oh no.
Bro, it had no business being that good. It was so good. It was so good. One of them is CGI, and the other one's still cartoon.
Okay.
So they take place in a real life's world, like the world is real, and
So
I think
is this like the Smurfs movie? Where they
kinda,
did like that?
yeah. And one of them got CGI surgery and became CGI and upgraded. Like it's like in their world enhanced.
Like they upgraded.
Like he keeps trying to stay relevant, and the other one, like Dale, didn't want to be famous anymore. It's really good. It's a really good movie. Yeah. Hunter, Akagua, an Appleyard, Blue Swedish, Ruin, and Kaki Campbell. You
he's
Google.
coming out with different kinds of ducks.
You Googled that. That doesn't count. You didn't actually
Totally
know
counts.
that was
Totally
ducks.
counts. Proud of you, Hunter.
Kai's favorite duck is fried. I've never eaten duck.
It's very salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my next comment. The man is here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got it.
Anyway,
I got it.
we're back. I love that mute button. I hope it worked. If not, we're demonetized. Ducky Dutch Monkey. I don't know what that is, but it sounds as bad as what I said with the mic muted. Becky and Rhea will headline night one. Will headline night one of Mania. Did it work? Did what work?
Did the mute button
Spy
work?
Lord, say that 10 times fast. No, I'm not saying that 10 times fast. I don't know if they'll headline. I think the storyline's going on right now with the it did work, the mute good. Unfortunately, I don't think women will main event WrestleMania this year. I don't think there's a story compelling enough to be a main eventer when you have Roman and Seth. I think, and I'm not saying unless they do a thing where it's like one has to main event over the other one. But I think in a world where if Rollins is wrestling Punk, they're the main event of one show, and if Roman's not on the same show, then he's main eventing the other one. But I think they'll do like a dual main event where the co-main event is also called the main event, and they'll put the women in there, but it's not the main event. They can say it is, but it's not. You're the co-main event. That's how it works. There's only one main event per show, regardless if you call it a double main event or not. So Becky's going to get hit with a real punch here that shatters her nose all over her face. Remember the shirt I wear?
Ooh.
You know the shirt I wear with Becky's face bloody? I always wear it. It's Becky Lynch and her face is covered in blood. That. I always wear it. You've seen me wear 100 times. It's that photo. But Becky goes up in the crowd and she's bleeding and she's just like, what? And from that moment on, she's skyrocketing.
She went on to get double ACL surgery because Nia is a woman so unlikable that even her own knees wouldn't stand up for her.
Wow.
That's a good line. That's a good line. She smiled. She liked it.
Then I had a child, she got fired. But now it's 2023. I'm here, she's here, and I think that.
All right, Nia, come out with a microphone and say, how are you even going to sit here and say some
Just
funny?
ding, ding, ding. Just
How are you
ding,
going to
ding.
say some shit and you can't even answer a question right on Jeopardy? That's what you say.
Damn.
You you have to throw a
Little
Jeopardy joke.
Jeopardy
Yeah,
interface.
you're so dumb you couldn't even get anything right on Jeopardy. I'm a Nia fan. A lot of people hate Nia, so they say she works unsafe, but she works like a
Yeah, I
top.
think
Yeah,
we've had this conversation before.
and that punch in the face that Becky ate was the best thing that ever happened in her career.
Respectfully, is that what Jessica Combat looks like?
That's her outfit. I don't think her gear does her.
Justice.
Yeah, I don't think it does her any favors. The dude in front looks like white. I think the one lady in front looks like Sharon Osbourne.
And you know, that punch you just showed, that was a lucky swing. A lucky swing that almost ended your career. A lucky swing that I didn't even get all of it. I'll tell you what, imagine right in front of me, and I aimed and I punch you with my full force. You wouldn't even get up.
Camera downstairs.
And everybody's so mad that I broke Becky's face. But Becky, this is a contact sport, right? What else did you expect? See, I didn't expect anything less, and I don't even hold it against you, Nia, because everybody knows that you are the most dangerous woman in this ring. Anybody who has stepped in here against you has been injured or hospitalized, broken bones. Hell, you've nearly ended a few careers. And that's why people like you haven't stopped talking about me for the last 2 years that I've been gone. And you know what's ironic is that the career that I nearly ended, you have me to thank for yours. You see, this is what I do actually hold against you, and this is the narrative that I need to change. Because if it was just about a broken face, then these people would have checked out and moved on as soon as the blood dried. But it is about what that night represents. It is about what the man represents. It's about getting knocked down by whoever thinks they can get away with it, or by life, or by circumstance. It's about dusting yourself off, getting back up and fighting like hell.
Well, I got fired, and here I am fighting like hell. So let's do it.
Because that is what I have done my whole life. That is what I did that night, and that is what I've done ever since. But you and your minions have spent years going around saying Becky Lynch ain't a main event star, but then I proved you wrong. And now all you say is that I'm a main event star because of you. Well, that is a lie. That is a lie I need to end, and if I can't end that lie, then I need to end you.
Good story. Good story. Way to use it.
Get it, Becky?
Oh, I get it. You need me. You need to prove to everyone here that you're just not about that one moment. More importantly, you need to prove to yourself that your career wasn't just some accident after I broke your face. Otherwise, I'll always be the woman who made the man.
Good line. It's a good promo. This is a good story they're building.
Oh, no, there's the man talking to the woman.
That's very sexist of Becky. She's not going to give it to her. Nah. You need me. I don't need you. See you later. And piss the crowd off.
You need this a lot more than I do.
That's exactly how you tell it. That's how I would have booked it. You need me more than I need you. See you later, Becky. You're becoming irrelevant, and I'm on my way up. I don't need you anymore. Good story. Good story. And just like that, without a title involved, they just created a good storyline on Monday Night Raw. Good for them. I like it.
Good on Adam Pearce for getting it done. Happy for the fans, happy for USA, happy for CM Punk. But the Royal Rumble is right around the corner. Can't start, certainly can't finish two stories at once. Both Punk and I very aware of that.
Well, with the Rumble a few weeks away, let's turn our attention to tonight. After what happened last week, what's going through your mind as you get set to face Shinsuke Nakamura?
You know, if we strip this all back, had he not misted me in the eyes, I'd be a lot more excited about this interview, talking about a first-time ever encounter, a former Rumble winner, former champion, the 14-year legacy at Japan before he ever came over here. But that wasn't it. What I've discovered about him now is vicious. Vicious.
Yeah, it was a good promo.
Because guess what? Got a problem, nowhere to solve it. It's Monday Night Raw. It's Cleveland, Ohio. Now, Stardust debuted in this film. Did you know that? Talk about undesirable to undeniable. Here's the thing. Shinsuke Nakamura said that I asked for this. You're damn right I did. Cody and Shinsuke in our main event tonight.
It's such a weird way to end the interview. She's just like, like, I don't know. Strange. Well, I was excited for the first tag team match. I thought Candice LeRae and Indy would have put on a banger with those two, and it ended up being a squashy Rui. So maybe DYI and, spoiler alert, me and Axel on the same page, The Miz will get a win over here against Imperium. Well, will The Miz go down as, I think, isn't The Miz one more IC away from being the most ever, like the most IC victories, like to hold the IC title the most? So Gunther will be the longest reigning IC champion, but The Miz with one more will beat Jericho for the most times won winning the IC title. I could be wrong on that. Somebody help me in the chat. Something to think about. So maybe he drops it to the guy that puts him over as the most victorious IC champion, beats the longest reigning. And it builds up the credibility of the IC title again. And then we get a babyface Miz that we should have had as a world champion at one point in time. A babyface Miz that Shane McMahon buried that whole character, but he's the guy to beat Gunther for it. That's fun. That's a fun story. Let's see how it plays out. The broken-handed Kevin Owens. Roman back for SmackDown? Yes, he's coming back. Interesting take two. So Logan Paul does an interview with Randy, and Randy says in the interview, one of the things keeping him around is he wants to end his career, if not the most, but at least in the conversation for the most times holding the world championship. He wants to be a 16-time world champion, and that's what he wants to accomplish before his career's done. Does WWE pull the trigger on that? Is Randy Orton the guy that they allow to be either the 16-time guy or the 17-time guy? Is that something to think about for Randy Orton in his last couple run here in the WWE? Sometimes podcasts gets a little more inside information than they're supposed to get. I'll just tell you that. Because people just say some shit they're probably not supposed to because they get comfortable. All right, 9 people watching. Let's check it out real quick. 11 thumbs up. I like it. Appreciate you guys. Double digits again with the thumbs. I like double digit thummies. Please. Oh, free break. Every time she's crocheting and she's like, my hand hurts, I always think of Happy Gilmore, whereas the Ben Stiller's character's making everybody knit blankets, and she's like, oh, I need a break, my hands are sore. He's like, you want your hands to be sore? I'll break them, you old lady. Like he's like a sweatshop, like he's making all the old people make quilts. So every time she's like, my hand hurts, I'm like, just get it done, stop it. Oh, your hand hurts. I play my Ben Stiller role. What are you making now? Another one?
Yeah, I'm getting orders for
Really? How many people?
I have 3 to make so far.
Really?
$5.
Who?
Huh?
Who ordered one?
This is my phone.
Huh. Do you have the one you made already?
Huh?
Did you have one that you made already?
Yeah, the one that you said looks like a 2-top.
It does.
That's the one I had made.
But did you bring it?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see it.
But I have 2 more to make.
Grab it. Go grab it. Oh, we lost our viewers. I turned away for a second to put your brace on. I lost half my viewers. They all left me. Thanks a lot, Lily. I took a bite of my cheeseburger. I'm sorry. It's getting cold and I'm hungry. Can you do me a favor? Can you run down and get just a glass of tea or something for me? Well,
I don't know where it is.
did you take it downstairs to show my mom?
No.
All right. Are we right? Are we going to be correct? Is it going to be The Miz? I mean, Dexter Loomis is the one that everyone would lean to because it's like they were a part of a team before. Was this always their music? If it was, it's terrible. I hate it.
I'm halfway done with that one.
Okay.
Well, one of them.
Hey, everyone out there. Do you want your own custom crafts? Kind of like my Gengar back there? Or my cool birthday gift? Check out Lily, Witchcraft by Lily. There it is, The Miz. We were right. Check out Witchcraft by Lily's on all social media, Instagram and Facebook. She just made this. It's a headband. It's an ear warmer headband. And it's got a cute little bow. She can make them without the bow looking thing, right? Yeah. So if you want to rock one of these, it's Christmas Grinch. It's like a Grinchy headband, and it keeps your ears warm. But then you could also look at this. Look at this. I'm good. You can rock your hair down with your Grinchy headband.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
It's called product placement, baby. We're doing it. We're killing the game. There it is. My ears are warm. I'm looking stylish. Check out Witchcraft by Lily. I think she said they're $5. She'll make you one and ship it. Might be a little more if you're shipping it, but go buy. She's making them for Christmas. If you want your own headband, hit her up and she will. You can get your own Witchcraft by Lily custom thing. Maybe even you could order the one that ABJ put on his head if you're into that kind of stuff. She made me fingerless gloves too. I'll show you that set during the next commercial. Someone remind me next commercial to show my birthday set. Hand me my birthday set.
What?
My birthday set.
Do you like your card?
Hmm?
Did you like your card?
Yeah.
So I'm signing everything from here on out.
Acknowledge me. I was way off on the Rio one though. Way off. I thought maybe they were setting up a storyline there. I mean, they did, just not with the person I thought. Randy versus Cody feud. I agree. I think that'd be a good one. Randy and Cody trade off a little bit. A couple months, each of them hold down championships and battle each other. The Miz is awesome. You know what? I just realized too, and I'm so stupid that it didn't click unmute just right now. Like, not only because he's Cleveland, it makes sense, but Ciampa and Miz were a tag team for a little bit. Then Ciampa got kidnapped by Dexter Loomis. All right. You said the headbands are $5, right?
No.
What are they?
They're 20.
20. Sorry. It's a markup. For use, 20.
Bro, these take like 3 hours to make. Just
Yeah, she's $20, not $5. I was wrong. But anyway, she made these for me. I'm a Washington Commanders fan, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
They're pretty bad. But they're not going to keep your fingers warm, but they'll keep your knucks and your wrists warm. And then you don't have to get it slouchy style, but I have long hair.
You're the best.
So you slouchy this up, and then you
There you go.
scarf it up.
There you go.
I'm better than you, and I know it. There you go. The three-piece suit set. I made Witchcraft by Lily. I feel like, listen, when you got someone that's make you stuff like your grandmother, you take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Keeps you bundled up in the warm. It gets you warm. Only grandmothers and you and Paige are the only crocheters I've ever met in my life.
You knew Paige crocheted before today?
I thought you guys talked about it before. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that scared me. What does a three-piece set go for? Huh? What?
50.
$50.
But you can color it whatever.
And you can
color
get any
want.
color scheme you
Many
want.
colors.
As many colors you want. You want 500 colors? You can have it.
And also,
Get it in black and gold, like the ABJ podcast
And
logo.
also, there is a different style of them too. So the three-piece set still comes with the scarf regardless, but there's the fingerless gloves, or there's the head, or like instead of the beanie, doing like a headband
Yeah.
and leg warmers.
Leg warmers too. Calling it now. We get Randy versus Roman for title at Elimination Chamber in front of 70,000 fans. Do you think Randy takes a loss for a title that quick? That's interesting. I think it doesn't happen right away, but I think him RKing own Nick Aldis is setting up a long-term story. I think Nick Aldis is only a GM for a couple months, and I think he comes out of the GM role and he becomes an on-screen talent. There are two different breeds there. The one's a mallard, the other one's a brown duck. Just saying.
It's a mallard that hasn't gotten its color yet. That's the premise. Or is it? We don't know. We don't know.
Good rolling DVD. Nick Aldis is awesome. I agree. Oh, you're still here, JDM. Appreciate you. Could put 12 people watching, 11 people on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't hit subscribe, do that too. We will be live tomorrow for NXT. I'm slowly getting into that brand. It's okay to lurk. I appreciate lurk. Just every now and then throw a comment in. Comments help push, get more eyes on it. So I appreciate the engagement. I'm with you on that, ABJ. I would love to see Nick Aldis on Screens of Talent, and Randy versus Nick Aldis would be a fantastic feud. Aldis is so good. I think we got Aldis and Cody again. I think that's a fight that you could see. Did I believe I seen Nick Aldis wrestle live. Hold on. What the hell was Johnny was he going by Johnny Nitro at the time? What the hell was Johnny? It was Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro. When he was on the independent scene, what did Johnny go by? Not Gargano. I'm having a brain fart. Johnny Morrison. Thank you. But no, was that his name on the independent scene? John Morrison, or was that was WWE? Johnny Impact. It might have been Johnny Impact because he was wrestling.
Make the tag.
Oh no, it wasn't Nick Aldis. You know who I watched wrestle live against Johnny Impact? I completely forgot I've seen this guy wrestle live. Cody Vance was in that match too. Cody Vance before he got Sean Carr defeated Cody Vance, Casey Navarro, and Mark Orlando. Rich Swann defeated Sami Callihan to defend for the X Division. Eddie Edwards versus Moose. Follow Bala versus Evander James. Scarlett Bordeaux versus Christina Marie. Here's who I seen wrestle in Hazelton, Pennsylvania, and everybody's chanting his name. Eli Drake. Seen Eli Drake live. That's LA Night, by the way. That was in Hazelton, Pennsylvania. And I got a chant going. I got Johnny Hazelton chant going, and it got over very well. It was a good show.
And that's what I'm saying. What is that?
What is that? I didn't see what you did. Yeah. Oh, that dragon screw is. Dude, the Miz has a crazy bruise on his spine.
How is it fair to have 2 on 3?
It's 3 on 3, but one of the guys is hurt. He's on the outside hurt. Johnny Game Changer. I think it was Johnny Game Changer. He also
That's it.
he also may have wrestled in a mask in GCW, but it's pure speculation. There's a character that has been making some appearances in GCW, and he's very athletic, but the character doesn't look athletic, but he does really crazy flippies. And it's a guy that looks like it's a human skin mask, but it's clearly a mask. And the rumor is it might be John Morrison, only because this guy only wrestles the same nights that Johnny Morrison happens to be backstage. Do we get new tag team champions? I say yes, only because it's time to get the tag team titles away from the people who have them. Nothing against Piper and Chelsea, but they're doing nothing to elevate the tag team division and making it relevant to watch it. And the Judgment Day don't need any more titles. Let's get these tag team divisions rolling again. This is a good refresh. Triple H can start getting some tag team wrestling going. I feel that that's a good, some good changes. Do I think they happen on live TV? Their tag team their only tag team titles. I think it can happen. Shinsuke versus Cody Rhodes. I love Shinsuke Nakamura. One of the best music in wrestling. His music's awesome. Here's another one that people sing. I love his song. I don't listen to a lot of pro wrestling music in my day-to-day life. I think if you listen to pro wrestling music every day, like, hey, I'm gonna get ready for work, I'm gonna put on pro wrestling entrance music. I think you're weird. To be honest, I think that's super weird. But there's like 5 wrestling songs in the past 10 years that I would be like, okay, I would bump them on I'd put them on a playlist. Shinsuke's is one of them. The Undisputed Era. Oh, you see that was Adam Cole's song in NXT. It's good. It's really good. Adam Cole song now I would listen to on a rotation.
I have that on my playlist, not gonna lie. Mainly for the cat.
Malachi Black's song when he was in WWE before the House of Black, his song was a banger. Athena's song was a banger. Johnny's song's pretty good. Yeah, I listen to Adam Cole's song every now and then. Weren't Gallus supposed to debut at Survivor Series? I have no idea. That could be a conversation for the chat during commercial. What are some of your favorite pro wrestling theme song or entrance musics that you can listen to? Like I like Shawn Michaels, but I can't listen to Sexy Boy on my free time. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting in my car bumping. I think I'm cute. No, it's funny to play to be funny, but like not to be.
Like
yeah.
Let me just jam out real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Windows down. Maxwell.
Yeah, like Stone Cold's. I can't listen to 8 minutes of like. The Rocks is another one. It's a banger when he comes down, but not one I'm listening to in my personal life. I can't listen to DX in my personal life. It's a banger song, but not like a good enough song that it crosses over. Cult of Personality is an actual song, so they don't count. Like Cult of Personality doesn't count. Where Is My Mind when he used it. Jefferson Starship, now that he uses that, they are legit songs, so I can't count those. But Orange Cassidy using Where Is My Mind was really, really good at first. I love Where Is My Mind. It's one of my favorite songs. That cat looked psychotic eating that.
Have you ever seen those cats with any of those Temptations treats? It's all the same things. I'm pretty sure it's crack in front.
You see how big his eyes
that's
were?
Literally how like the cats do whenever
Bro,
I see them.
I need that commercial to play again before the end of the night. That cat's face was crazy.
About the house-size wolves, though.
No, because it's CGI. No, that cat's legit face eating that treat was freaky. I might actually rewind it real quick.
When I tell you though that like literally,
I don't think I can rewind commercials. Oh, maybe I can rewind commercials. Bro, I need to see that.
No.
I hate rap. Rap is crap. You stop it, Steven.
It was. Why don't you just look up that commercial?
No, it's here. Look at his face, bro.
Love it.
Go like that's CGI face. That's not real. That might be a real. Like maybe they CGI'd that too. That cat looks creepy. That's the most insane thing. It's the most insane thing. Look at this cat's face. You're not gonna be able to see it, bro. He looks demented. All right, let's go back to wrestling. That cat. That cat would do horrible things for that food. Like it would take us. I mean, cats would kill anything anyway. But wow, the King of Kings. That's Motorhead. You know what? Triple H is King of Kings song. Evolution's a banger song, but that's also Lemmy as well. Evolution is a mystery. I love that's a banger. It's a banger song. Time to Play the Game. Anything with Lemmy, I'll listen to. But that's like custom music by Lemmy for them.
This place 10 years ago. Not only did you abandon it, but you actively tried to tear it down. You
Edge is a real song. It wasn't custom.
CM Punk is entering the Royal Rumble. And when CM Punk wins, maybe, Seth, it's you he's coming after.
Maybe. Said maybe. It is.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. What do you see?
What I want the Intercontinental Championship match. You are a pain in.
In my ass.
I'm glad you're not a championship match. Under one condition. If I beat you again, which I will, you can never challenge for this beautiful title again.
Official.
As long as I am the champion.
Miz is beating him.
So he wins.
Miz is your next IC champion.
I was trying to figure out if he was still in the ring, what's going on.
When you're there live, they just turn all the lights off and they just stand in the ring and wait. Yeah, the music doesn't play the whole time. And then the lights turn back on and they play their song and they just kind of dance around for a second. And then they're like, oh, we're back alive.
You finish your story. Do you know who I
Oh, The
think-
Brood. Brood's a good song. The Brood's a good one.
Hot take. Did you ever watch Xenon Gorilla 21st Century?
What?
It's a Disney movie from
Never.
like the 90s, but he looks like the main singer Protozoa. That's who he reminds me of.
You know what's insane with Cody being back in WWE as well is like when you look back at it, like you have Cody Rhodes and Charlotte Flair. You have a Rhodes and a Flair in the same company in 2023. That kid's like, what the?
Did you just?
Oh, now you fucked up, Cody. She's like, oh, you gave it to me? And then he looked next to her and seen a little kid. He's like, oh, no. You take it, little kid. Now she's disappointed. Oh,
He
man.
literally said, "Dad, you figure it out."
I don't know if that was the dad. I think the little kid thought he was getting it. I think he just got guilt tripped right there. I think that girl just got screwed out of a belt. I like that move. I mean, it's an expensive move because those belts probably aren't cheap. Even if you get them at discount, I mean, but like Brett used to have these plastic glasses and he would put his glasses on the kid in the crowd, but those glasses were like fucking probably like $3 to make. A lot of commercial breaks for the story. Honestly, I will say this. SmackDown, even though it's a 2-hour show, the commercials took me out of SmackDown a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. SmackDown, I didn't do this last time, but I'm gonna start tonight. But SmackDown, like I would give like it wasn't a bad SmackDown, but I don't think it was one of the greatest SmackDowns. I'd give it like a 6. And I don't think it's a 6 a bad score, right? 5 is a mediocre show. Not good, not bad, just mediocre. SmackDown, I think, was a 6 last week. Now, my rating system is more based in reality. I think giving away something of an 8, a 9, or a 10 should be really, really, really worked at to get. So, like, for me, if I were to score a show a 7, a 7's a really good show. Like if you get a 7, that's a good score. 6 is like it's not. It wasn't. It was. It was me. It was just above mid. 5 is mid, still good. Good show. I didn't hate it. 4 is like it was bad, but it was right there. And then anything under that. So that's kind of what I'm basing my scoring off of. And I will score the overall shows going forward if it matters. The ABJ scores, right? So like Meltzer's got his 5-star. I will go 10 out of 10s. If you want me to incorporate matches into that too, we'll do it. It doesn't matter. It like my opinion doesn't mean shit, but maybe I'll start doing some reviews. But like I said, if I give an 8 or a 9, it blew my tits off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and we're at another commercial break. But the recaps haven't been awful either. Like I thought from like a production pacing, the recaps were justified and they weren't overdone. Like how they just did the CM Punk thing again wasn't terrible. I don't mind the tinnitus. Am I gonna break my scale too? Possibly. Well, so you know why? You know why I'll probably never break my scale is because I'm almost never gonna give out a 10. So like if you get a 10, that's breaking the scale. Like that's how I want to treat it, right? I think that's the way it should be. A 9 is like wow. But if I give it the 10, that's like breaking, that's like 15 stars. You know what I mean? That's how we're gonna do it. The ABJPs. Prediction would be the ABJ scorecard. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what we call it. Huh? What?
I cut it myself. It's fine.
What are you gonna say? The ABJs? What are you gonna say?
Who gets to rate the BJs? The ABJs? The ABJs? What?
The ABJ ratings?
Yeah.
The ABJ ratings?
The BJ ratings?
It can't be just BJ. That's
You can't
creepy.
Just be AB. No, like not the ABJ ratings, just ABJ rates. ABJ rates.
ABJ rates?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But when you say it, to be like ABJ rates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Because we're perverts here.
Preverts.
What do we got here real quick? Let me just check this out. See if this is still going. Sale still going on. I don't think it is. Right now, site-wide, 35% off t-shirts right now, still on TeePublic. I believe if you order them by the end of this week, I think they'll guarantee you'll get it by Christmas. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But right now, all t-shirts on this website are $16. So if you want to grab some merchandise and help me out for the holidays, that would be amazing. Not WWE Shop, FWB Shop. They have enough money. ABJ needs some t-shirts to be sold. I haven't sold one in a long time. So I mean, if you want to go buy WWE Shop, go for it. But they're not hurting, I promise you. Let's share screen real quick. Yeah, they're not selling shirts for $16. That's right. Let's pull it up. So we got the ABJ logo with the I Heart ABJ, the I Hate ABJ Ricky Price edition. Me as a little kid ABJ. We got Gears Iced Tea and Gears Chocolate Milk. Only one person in the chat knows what that means. We got the Keystone. We got another one that only if you're in Pennsylvania you know this one. This looks like the state inspection sticker. It looks cool. That's made by Lily. All these logos for the most part. Haley Stokes, Tori, Lily, and then a lot's coming up here is going to be a lot of Hunter Dillon, who's also in the chat. There's some old Devil ones, some Pride, some Thank You Come Again, Hollywood. We have a lot of spoofs. King of the 570 right here. That's a cool shirt. I like these boxing styles. If you're a Notre Dame fan, if you're a Washington fan, you got some Halloween spooky colors. I got over 200 logos. I'm not going to go through them. You can, if you're a Paul Heyman guy, that's cool. But are you a fan of ABJ? We got a lot. We got a lot of wrestling shirts. Check it out. $16. Support your boy. Lily and most of those are Lily and Hunter. And Hunter is in the chat. He's somewhere in here. He was here earlier. There he is. Hunter Dillon, 95. My other designer. Also Kai, that was in the chat. Also a designer for me. They make a lot of really cool logos. And then Lily. Lily was here one weekend, and I went to bed, and I woke up, and she said,
was like,
I went hard in the paint, and I made like 170 logos while you were asleep. I'm not even joking. There was like over 100 logos.
It was like 70 something. He's lying to you. It was like 70 something.
And then because she was still in the early process of making logos and still trying to figure things out, she had a lot of help. I mean, she made the logos, but Hunter helped her digitize them, make them transparent. So they kind of teamed up on a lot of logos. So a lot of Lily logos were made by Lily and designed and thought up for, but Hunter helped when it came to like getting them out so you guys can have them on t-shirts, with cleaning them up and making them transparent and doing all that. So I have a really good team around me, and they all work together for the benefit of helping ABJ. So that's really cool. Oh yeah, Kai did the duct tape shirt. That's a really cool one. Actually, if you're a Kevin Owens guy, that's a really cool one. I'll put that on the screen. That was a good one. Put some logos on the screen here. Duct tape one's one of my favorite ones, I'm going to be honest. That one actually only got purchased once. That was purchased by Crispy, and it was used on screen at the sanctuary. I got old Raw logos, a lot of wrestling spoofs, a lot of band spoofs. If you have a favorite band, put it in the chat. I probably have a logo of it. There's some video game spoofs. Yeah, here's a duct tape one. The ABJ duct tape. It's a good one. As I said, the ABJ community, man, join our Discord. A lot of cool people in there. And if you're looking for stuff too, man, hit them up. Their prices are very good. If you need stuff for your content, your wrestling stuff, or just a custom art, hit them up. They're really, really good. Also, Billy Trey is a local guy. He's an amazing artist in the area. He does all my intro music. So all the music that you hear that start every show was custom made for me. And you'll be hearing a lot more of the newer stuff. Bangin' Beers has the coolest music. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait for people to hear it. Knockhole in High School was used a couple times in the gaming stream, but I don't think anyone's actually heard it as a podcast music yet. But if you tuned into some of my gaming streams, it's a really cool 8-bit video game song. It's really, really good. That was made by Billy Trey. I'm really fortunate. As a content creator, I think my logos are head and shoulders above the most, and I think my overall presentation when it comes to sound and everything is amazing because it was all custom made by really talented people I have around me. I could be the Michael Jordan, but even Michael Jordan needed a solid team around him. I have to have my Scotties. I need my Luke Longleys. I need my are you my Dennis Rodman?
Am I your Dennis Rodman?
I think you might be my Rodman. Because listen, it's not, maybe it's not a big secret to everybody, but you're open about your mental health, right?
Yeah, no,
And Dennis Rodman was kind of crazy.
wow. So that's why I'm your Dennis
Yeah, you're
Rodman.
definitely, you got colorful hair.
Okay.
You're kind of a wild card. You're my Dennis Rodman.
Got it. Thanks.
Get some Bangin' Beers episodes in London. I will. So I have to. I'll definitely have it by London. It's going to be tough because I have to save up for London. I have to save up for my plane ticket, my ticket for the show. To live in London for the time I'm going to be there is going to be expensive, but I still want to also get the camera I want, the DJI camera that I want to bring with me when I'm out recording, and that's really important to me. So I have to have that by London too. But yeah, I will definitely be filming while I'm in London. Henry C says, in your opinion, why do you think Cody is so over in WWE? And the reason I ask is because basically Cody's gimmick is the same as he was in AEW. I think the AEW gimmick was fine in the beginning, right? But I think the AEW audience looked at CM Punk like most fans who wanted the alternative and wanted a different style of company. They looked at Cody as if we get behind this guy, it's like we have our version of John Cena in this company, and we don't want to be stuck with a John Cena. So it almost became not cool to cheer that pure golden baby face. And I think that's where Cody struggled in AEW because they want it to be different in what the company represents. And I just think he's a perfect fit, that absolute golden baby face in the WWE system. And those fans have historically shown that they will support those style of characters, whether it be Hulk Hogan, whether it be John Cena, whether it be, babyface Trip. You know what I mean? Like Cody's that guy who's the next John Cena. Like he's gonna do your Make-A-Wishes. He's gonna go kiss babies. He's got the pearly white smile. He's everything that already has worked in WWE. And I think it didn't work in AEW because they sensed that and they wanted something different. AEW has a little more of an edge to their characters than WWE does. WWE is clearly sports entertainment that is geared to a younger demographic because they're the ones who talk with their money. The WWE universe is it's kids. Like kids are more into the WWE universe than most adults. Not saying that adults aren't allowed to watch it too, but it's the Disney version of pro wrestling, and AEW is, I think, more geared towards like your dudes in your 30s and 40s and the younger independent crowd. You know what I mean? Like if New Japan's your thing and the independent scene's your thing and you loved ROH and you miss NXT Black and Gold and didn't like the way it turned out, I think AEW is your alternative. Do you think that it helps? Not all, but some fans cheering now because he's our guy now. I think that's 100% happening. I think he's definitely getting I think there's definitely tribalism they're not AEW and they're back with us. Like they can turn around and say that we hate this guy. And the second he walks through the curtain in a WWE crowd again, they're going to lose their mind and say he's back. He's ours. You know what I mean? And I think that's where WWE shines. And I think that's where the universe maybe is better than the AEW universe, where they don't talk with their walls as much. You know what I mean? Huh? Well, I'll wait till she's done. Nothing. She wanted me to take the cat off. Yeah, I said no. Let her. She can have him. Like AEW is profitable. And they're profitable because they're selling merch, they're selling T-shirts. Maybe their arenas aren't always as full as they'd like them to be, but they still make money. Like they're not losing money. They made more money this year than they did last year, and they're still not filling up every arena. I'm sure right now, if you flip this camera around, the hard side camera of this arena is probably not as full as it should be. But that's always been a thing in wrestling. You put the crowd where the cameras are going to show. And if you watch any AEW show, if you watch any WWE show, you're going to show where the crowd's mostly at. If they flip that camera around, I guarantee there's a lot of empty space up in the top on the other side of the arena. But it's just that tribalism where people don't like one company or they think I can't like both. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like AEW is good because it makes WWE perform better because they have competition. AEW needs WWE because without WWE's brand recognition, people wouldn't watch professional wrestling. So it's good that we can tune in every week and watch AEW, Impact, or soon to be TNA, WWE, independent wrestling. Like wrestling right now is so popular and there's so much to watch. And you don't need one company to fail just so it's the only one around, because we could easily go back to WWE not caring and not trying and just putting together really bad Raws and SmackDowns, but they've stepped their game up. But a lot of crazy things has happened. Like Endeavor took over, then Vince was there, and then Vince was gone. Now Vince is really gone. Triple H is running the show. Like there's a lot of cool things happening. Like wrestling's fun. It's no matter who you're supporting, it's fun to be a fan. And to root for a company to fail and go away is just dumb. It's silly to think about. It's silly to talk about. If you're a serious content creator who loves this business, and if those words that you think this company should go away because I'd rather be a WWE guy, you're silly. You're silly, and you shouldn't be talking on camera. I'm sorry. If you say you love this business, then love the business. Don't just love. I love Coca-Cola, but I only drink. I love Coke as a flavor, but anything besides Coca-Cola can go suck a D. You know what I mean? Like that's like who cares? Like if people like it, let them like it. You can have your opinions and say it may not be for you, but to say it shouldn't exist is stupid. I'm definitely not a WWE guy. I prefer AEW over WWE, but I'm here watching. I still buy WWE merchandise. I support the storylines when they're good, and when they're not good, I say it's not that great, but that's just my opinion. But somebody else may love the story, and that's the beautiful thing. Some stories may resonate with you and be the best thing that's ever happened in wrestling, and to others, maybe they're not. And that's the beautiful thing about this is the storytelling. Everyone handles it and takes it differently. What else we got here? Sorry, that was a big rant. Sort of on topic, but a little off. Do you think TNA could ever become second place again? Maybe not. It depends on how they push their talent and the storylines, and if they can get a TV deal. You know what I mean? It's got to show something that guys like Will Ospreay are going there. It's got to show you something that Okada is going there to work. Okada going to TNA Impact is crazier than CM Punk going back to WWE. He hated TNA, and openly said how much he hated that company. So for him to go back there and work is bonkers. But yeah, I totally agree. There's enough room for all promotions. It's been a good match, but it's a Monday Night Raw match, if that makes sense. Good missed. So your main event just ended in DQ. This is why I struggle with this, brand. So Jamie Uso versus Drew ended with an eye gouge and pin. So it wasn't really a clean win. It was screwiness. Another match was, I don't know all the whole, I should have wrote down the match cards as they were happening. I think Jake, have you been putting in the chat your takes? Oh, we got a new JD. Thank you for joining the Discord. I don't know why I didn't give you a card. Let's see what we got here. Drew McIntyre cheated to win. Rhea squashed Renee. Bronson and Ivar was a pretty fun match. Caden Carter and Katana pretty much squash. That was another squash match for the most part. DIY and Imperium was a good match. And then your main event, your two matches that had your top guys, Drew and Jay, ended screwy. And now Cody and your main event of two guys you're pushing ended screwy too. Now who comes out and makes the save to save Cody? Do you pop the crowd? What does the Creed brothers have to do with this?
Because they're here for America, okay?
Yeah, they're really trying to make these guys superheroes. They barely cheered when they came out to save the first save of the night. I don't get sending the Creed brothers out there at the end of the night. Nobody cares about that. Like the Creed brothers rolled out and nobody cared. All right, Lily, you're new to wrestling. After watching everything tonight, the end of the night, Cody's hurt. He's a good guy. Who do you send out to send the crowd home happy? There's one answer.
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
It's
CM Punk. Cult of personality hits.
Right.
CM Punk runs down. Shinsuke runs out the back door and leaves. CMP looks at him like, hey, man, like, I came out because I don't want to see you go out like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we all want an equal opportunity to finish our story.
Right.
And that's who you send out.
Correct.
Nobody cares the Creed brothers came out.
Correct. I agree. I'll give you that one because I'm still confused.
Wow. Just saying. I don't hate it. But this probably took a point off the school, like the way this match ended and the Creed brothers coming out at the end.
But they're literally just sitting there. Where are they at?
Yeah.
Why are you in the ring right now? For what?
Cody's holding his ribs and his eyes got
But
sprayed.
they're not helping.
Oh, they did nothing. They're literally,
That's what I'm saying, like, what's
they're
the point
not
of them being
even getting out of the ring.
Did he just take his shorts off? Did he just take his shorts off? I'm being
Oh, now you're out of the ring. Hey, Hey, we only watched you run down the Alex. Where's Alex at? This is as bad as the dude who stood in the apron and watched you get your ass, or protected you from getting your ass kicked. Bad ending.
Yeah.
Bad ending.
Not a fan.
So I honestly, I thought let's
Oh, because that's Blake Shelton's actual.
let's turn this down. Yeah, they always bludgeon or injure Cody for a pay-per-view, so he's working hurt. That's the babyface move. So before the main event, I was gonna say this, but I was like, no, I'll wait. I thought they told good stories. Like I thought the promo between Punk and Seth was great. I thought the setting up of the man versus Nia was good. The Drew and Jay, I didn't put stock into. I'm going to be honest. I was like, yo, this is going to end screwy, and it did. I thought the women's tag team match was going to be cool. I thought they were going to set something up. I thought they were going to go out there and work. Didn't really get a work rate match out of that. That was kind of a Barry. Then the 3-man tag was fun. The two hometown boys went out there, did it. Miz sets up a storyline with Gunther again. Love that. That was a great story too. Trying to think what else. I'm trying to go back, and I'm looking at Jake's list here in the Discord. Rhea. I thought Rhea had an opportunity to tell a cool story at Maxine Dupree. We didn't get it, but she challenged Ivy, where they kind of looked at each other, but it didn't flip the story. It kind of teased that this could be the story to go with, but we still don't know for certain who's next for Rhea. So that's not as good as it could have been for me, and the match was kind of a squash. The Judgment Day stuff was kind of fun, like them pouncing back and forth, but once again, it wasn't enough for me to care. Damian saying to Punk, like, hey, if you win, I'm going to cash in on you, blah, 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 blah. Caden Carter and Indy, like I said, squashed and kind of said, hey, we're coming for your titles. That's fun. The tag team champions are going to take on the Creed brothers. They came out and make the save and said, Judgment Day, you're not going to beat up our truth. We're going to get your titles next week. Set up a story there. Maybe not super exciting. The Creed brothers, for me, are just not. They don't they don't have a look that I think is like they're going to carry the tag division into the next stratosphere. And then the main event, we get Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Two legendary wrestlers, two great guys working, and it ends in a DQ at your main event. Cody's getting beat up, and the Creed brothers come down and make a save again, and nobody cares. Kind of ended on a dull note. I think always, like, your main event ending on a DQ it doesn't do anything for anybody. I thought you set up a lot of good story tonight. I thought there was a lot of potential that make me want to tune in next week because tag team titles are on the line. We have new faces of the tag team division on the men and the women. Punk is entertaining. He's having all of his run-ins. He's setting up story. I wanted to give Raw a 7, overall a 7, which I said earlier is a good score, right? A 7's a good score, but I think the ending takes it down to a 6 for me. So 6 out of 10 is where I'm going to go with that. I still don't think it's a bad show. I think you should watch it for storyline. A 5 is a mediocre but good show. Remember, 5 is good. 6 and 7s are excellent shows. 8, 9, and 10 are like you fucking rocked it. I don't think it was an 8, 9, and 10 by all means. I don't think there was a match that was an 8, 9, and 10 on this card today. I thought there was some good matches. I think there's some 7s in there, but I don't think no 8, 9, or 10s. I think the Seth and Rollins and CM Punk promo, I would give an 8. I think that promo is an 8. I think that's exciting. I think the Miz and Gunther part 2 teeters on an 8. I think that's right there at least for me. These are my opinions. These are not gospel, but I'm explaining to you why I go that route. Is there anything else on the show that really... Is that Boys to Men, by the way?
Yes, it was. And what about Becky's? What do you rate that?
Oh, Becky. You know what? Becky Nia? That promo, thank you. That's an 8. I think that's an 8. That was an 8 promo. Regardless of whether you hate Nia or not, that's good long-term storytelling. They brought her back from being fired. They have use for her. It makes sense. that's an 8 for me. I think the storyline there, setting that up, was an 8 for me. I don't think there was, like I said, no matches for me that break that 8. I think there's some 7s in there, but overall 6 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw. Once again, not a bad score. That's not me hating on it. That's not because I have AEW stuff all over around me. I think that's a very fair score for Monday Night Raw. Let me know in the chat what you think of your scores. They don't have to be based on my predictions. So if you give an 8, 9, or 10, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to judge you for that. Let me know what you think. Steven says he also gives it a 6 out of 10. Steven also agreed that the Punk promo was awesome. Definitely the highlight of the night. But for how good Seth and Punk's promo was, I thought Becky and Nia is just as compelling. I really do. And there's no title involved there. Huh?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't know.
As someone who doesn't watch a lot of wrestling, sure.
I understand where the whole CM Punk Seth Rollins thing is going, but like I didn't know anything about the Nia Becky thing, and like that completely encapsulated me. Like I thought, that was like, wow.
Yeah, I thought they treated it well for past fans who didn't know maybe what happened, but also for the past fans who did know, they gave you enough in there to be like, oh, this is why I care about that.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. 100% agree. C. Henry's going to give it a 6 out of 10 for Raw, but a 10 out of 10 for your watch along. I'm going to be honest. I think I felt this one. I think this is my best watch along so far. I think it has a lot to do with I didn't work a 12-hour shift before it. And I got to eat a little during the show, as I said I wasn't going to do. I apologize. I won't make a high of it out of that. But no, I feel like we had good conversation. I feel like we talked wrestling. I think we talked about other stuff besides wrestling. I thought we had good conversations in between the commercials. I think we broke down the show at the end. I don't know. I think I'm finding myself. I like the scoring system. I like recapping what we talked about. Yeah, I feel like this was a good watch along. I think we're finding the flow. We're finding the dynamic of what to expect if we go forward with this. So I appreciate that. 10 out of 10 for the watch along score. I think a 10's too high, but I think I hit like a 7 tonight. I think that was like I think in my score, I give myself a 7 out of 10 with the by my scoring system. I don't think it was bad, but I think it was like it was right there. I think we're getting there. All right. JDM is going to say mid. He's going to give a 5. Still, 5 is not a bad night. You're not angry you watched Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm not pissed that I wasted 3 hours. I don't think I wasted 3 hours watching tonight's show. I think the ending left me like, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like the ending for me is why I can't fully get into the Cody Rhodes character, because that type of character for wrestling has never done it for me. Like that baby face that like I get it's the easiest way for like little kids are like, our hero got hurt, and next week they're gonna cheer when he beats the evil Shinsuke. It just doesn't do it for me. I really enjoyed the stream more than the show is my ranking. Appreciate that. JDM said same. Well, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you. Well, real quick, let's give a quick plug also to the Ben Frank Connection. A lot of people are like, what the hell is the Ben Frank Connection and what have you been posting about? The Ben Frank Connection is a new podcast team between myself and the Opinion City podcast, which is another group of guys you should go follow. I've been making some content with them. We just started up a new network where we're going to team up, make some content together, help share some guests with each other so you guys can see maybe some of the people they interview will jump over and do stuff with me and vice versa. I think they're good at what they do. They really support independent wrestling and they do a very good job at it. So go support those guys at the Opinion City Wrestling Network, Opinion City Wrestling Podcast, and our new team up of the Ben Frank Connection. And the reason it's called the Ben Frank Connection is because 2 of us are from Pennsylvania and one of the guys from their team is from New Jersey. And what connects those 2? The Ben Franklin Bridge. So that's kind of where we got the name for that. So there's some meaning, some symbolism, Harry. Yeah. But I don't know Harry Potter with that.
That wasn't Harry Potter, that was the Boondocks.
That's why I don't know. I said I don't know why I did that. Like the sign, we had the fan Cody finish your story. Yes, please finish your story so we can get back maybe to a different story, because this story we don't care about anymore because you should have finished it in WrestleMania. I'll say that till I die. A lot of promos and cruddy match endings. Fair. But I didn't mind the promos. I thought the promos were stronger than some of the matches. I need some Ben Franklin Bridge. some merch maybe be coming for that too. So we'll let you guys know. Also on the podcast right now, if you haven't gone and watched it, or you haven't gone to the video and hit the thumbs up on it, or share it, or anything, I could really use your help. Probably one of the biggest guests we've ever gotten on the show, Speedball Mike Bailey. If you haven't checked out the interview, please go do so. Go leave a comment on that video, hit the thumbs up on it, share it out to your social medias, and be like, hey, here's what I thought of the episode. Here's my review. I think you should go check it out. Speedball works all over the place. It's great exposure for the brand and for the network. And please go check it out if you haven't done so already. If you need to listen to the ABJ podcast and you're in your car, maybe you have a 20, 30-minute drive to work there and back, put me on your favorite podcast app or music app. I'm on every platform, and you can listen on the way up and the way home. That's how I consume podcasts. I listen on the way to work and then on the way home from work. So you can always check out the audio platforms of those. Also this Thursday, actually another episode of I'll post this up real quick too. Currently out right now on Monday, a new episode just dropped of 5 questions. 5 questions is like a 5 to 10 minute long video of me with local people. A lot of wrestlers right now, but we will get other styles of people as well. But it's super simple. Everyone gets the same 5 questions. They may do them in character. They may not do them in character. But the episode that's out right now is one of the people that people like to have on the podcast because we had a fun little rivalry. But 5 questions with ABJ is out right now with Ricky Price. So that's out right this second. So you go check that out. Once again, hit the thumbs up button as well as leave a comment and let people know what you think. And then this Thursday, a new episode drops of the ABJ podcast with Journey Burke, Esquire. I didn't put Esquire in that thumbnail. I fucked up, but she has just had one of the greatest rookie years in professional wrestling. She's out there killing it. She's a super, super sweetheart. Please go support her. That'll be on Thursday. That's all I got for my shameless plugs. Links below to follow me on all social media. Please go check it out. We're working my ass off and we're adding these watch alongs because it's really helping with the watch hours on the show. So the more people keep watching content on the channel, you're helping the watch hours. And we're about a little over halfway of the mark that we need to be monetized. And then YouTube will start throwing some money, and then we can put a subscription plan on the page. So if somebody wants to do it through YouTube and not through Patreon, they can, where they could do $1 or $5 monthly, and it helps the channel. And like once I get monetized on here, I'm just being full honest, I'm going to get rid of Patreon. It's going away. Even though I have people over there who support me, I may make a message, be like, hey, if you guys want to leave here, I don't mind. But I'm going to end this and save your money. And I'm just going to do it strictly through YouTube once I get monetized. So if people want to support the channel, they could do it that way, because this is where I'm going to mostly focus my content, this and the audio side. If you want to support the audio side, there's a way you can do it on Spotify as well, where I can add a monthly thing. So I'll do that at the same time I do the YouTube side of thing. So if you really want to support the podcast monetarily with subscriptions, that is coming soon. You can do it right now through Patreon, but I'm just being honest. It's going to move over here once we hit those watch hours. And I think we will within the next couple months, because these watch alongs are really helping, because there's 10 to 15 of you watching every time. There's people watching the replays. So it all helps. The future's looking good. I'm not saying I'm going to make enough to quit my job, but it's going to be enough to possibly pay for some of the bills to keep us going with StreamYard and ordering stickers that I can give away to people and stuff like that. So thank you. Seriously, I appreciate you all so goddamn much. You mean more than you know. So thank you so much. Oh, he goes, yes, I love him. Already liked it. So good job, JDM. You're killing it. And I fell in love with his wrestling when I was watching as GCW for a year. Just needed a break from the bigger companies. Typos are fine, brother. I do it all the time too. If you like Speedball Mike Bailey and you live in St. Clair, they do brewery shows at Pilgaroo all the time. Well, just once every couple months. So that should be coming back. Fightertainment with Speedball Mike Bailey in Pottsville, Pennsylvania at Tony Deppin's Brewery, Pilgaroo. Also, every first Thursday of the month, they do Pro Wrestling Club, where wrestler fans go hang out. I'm part of it. I just haven't been able to go because I don't have a car. But once I get my vehicle back, I will be back to making monthly meetings at the brewery, and we have a couple beers and wrestling's on TV and we talk wrestling, and it's a lot of fun. So even though I'm not there, if you're local and you want to be part of that, send me a message. I'll get you a personal invite on Facebook to the Pilgaroo Wrestling family group if you want to go be a part of it and talk wrestling. It's a great bar. It's a great brewery, and if you're a pro wrestling fan, it's a match made in heaven. It's all I got for plugs, promotions. Once again, thank you guys all so goddamn much. You mean the world to me. I went through a lot the past 5 months, and this content is the only thing that kept me sane. And like I said, I did not cover mainstream pro wrestling for a long time, but here we are because it's popular. And if I can get more viewers to like because they like mainstream, and I can open up more eyes to the independent scene, that's my trick. So right now, this is my community and some people here, but this is my goal, right? I'm gonna suck in all these mainstream fans. And like, you like Punk? I'm like, I love Punk. You like AEW? Yeah. Did you know before then they were like these really good independent wrestlers? And if you live in your area, this is some good independent you should look at. And you should go look at this YouTube channel or IWTV or Premier Stream. And then we sneak them into the independent scene and we make pro wrestling bigger. And we help smaller guys make some money because we get more fans for them. That's the goal of ABJ. And we're going to do it with the power of mainstream wrestling and keep doing these watch-alongs and pay-per-views. That's all I got to say. I'm going to shut the hell up now. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 7:45-ish. I think it's 7:45 it's set for. NXT watch-along. Come watch some NXT with us. We'll see you then. ABJ, Tornado Tag. We're out of here.